Welcome to Ménage with the MariJayne Maven podcast, where we spark up conversation, verbal elation, stimulation, share our situations, temptations, education, relaxations, and elevations. Sorry, I had to let out this real good deep hit that I'm just taking. We're starting early tonight, everybody. We're starting early. We're starting, above and before our spark and salutation. So we're just going to dive right in there. But everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is the MariJayne Maven, and you are joining us on Ménage with the MariJayne Maven. I have a house full tonight. I feel like this should really be like a show. Crazy. I'm watching Martin right now on repeat, and it's just when he got his access show, and I feel like this is kind of like a smaller scale of that all access television show that Martin did. But everybody's gonna love me after this. Nobody's gonna be mad because he puts put their business on blast. Starting already, damn, this is only the first one. All right, so I want to, of course, let everybody know who these fantastic people are surrounding me this evening. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start here to my right. Go ahead and tell the people your name. Let them know.
What's up, beautiful people? My name's Chaz. I'm here with On Beat Treats. I'm the founder of it. We keep everything on beat. Just don't eat the whole thing. You be tripping in the back seat.
Hey.
So, we can't have fun keeping everything on beat.
I like that. Met this gentleman about 2 months ago now. Yeah. Came through to my Colors of Cannabis networking event. The Colors of Cannabis is for people of color and for people that, also support people of color and the equity within the cannabis industry to get together and collab and, build good relationships. Oh, yeah, we have a whole audience. We could pass it that way.
That is sweet.
Get everybody in, have a place, like I said, to network and, communicate, collab, and have some edumatainment, as I like to call it. So you get educated and you have some entertainment as well. But I met him there. I think it was like 30 minutes before. He messaged me and was like, can I come through? And I'm like, come on through. Yeah. The energy that he brought in was amazing. And that night, I have to say, that night was pretty lit. I think everybody had a good time that night. That was definitely more of a party. And at that event was a dear friend of mine. I am so comfortable and confident in saying dear friend. We met through Instagram. I saw her on Instagram, and I have an educational women's event that I host. Thought she would be fantastic to come. I sent her a message. I've never had anybody respond so quickly, and it was awesome. We made this great connection, and I can continue talking, but go ahead and grab your mic, and you do the intros. You let people know who you are, what you're here repping, and she's one of our sponsors, guys.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Brienne. I own.
There you go.
My name is
Hi,
Brienne. I own 2 technology platforms. One of them is Monthly. It's our cannabis subscription club. So each month, our customers get cannabis delivered to their door every single month. You pay $100, but the value is $150. And we offer 4 different boxes. We have a puff, which comes with flower and vape, and you can always customize that. To not receive vape or to only receive indica or only sativa. And then we also have our edible box, our sampler box, and our CBD box. And then I also have another technology platform called Dayleaf, and it's same-day delivery. So it's like Grubhub. You put your zip code in, it will show you what dispensaries deliver in your area, and you can pay with credit card, and the dispensary delivers it. So we try to make your life a lot easier.
That is fantastic, right? And that's what cannabis is supposed to do. One of the many things, help to make your life easier, to get you elevated, to get you at the right frame of mind. And speaking of get you in the right frame of mind, every one of my guests today and their products, it's definitely the main purpose and mission is to make you feel good, and to get you there. And this gentleman here, on the end, he is a celebrity. So, I feel like there's no introduction needed, but you go right ahead. Have the floor here.
How everybody doing, man? I'm the popcorn celebrity. That's what you can look me up on. Instagram. Just check us out. But main thing right now that we're talking about is this Cali Dope Corn. Some of the best flavors that you could get in popcorn, medicated. And it's just full of flavor, man. Once you start eating a bag, you might not want to stop.
It's problems. No, legit. I can
better than Pringles.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I can testify to it.
Once
Yeah.
you start, you cannot stop.
Yeah.
There you go.
So don't leave it next to your bed. Don't be sitting, watching movies or whatever, watching your show, eating it. And then next thing you know, 30, 45 minutes later, you got the munchies again and you go over and you eat some more. You're like me, and you end up sleeping from, I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning to 4 the next afternoon. Like my husband went to work. I'm pointing like you guys can see him.
Yeah.
You guys are used to that by now. But he went to work, did a full day of work, and came in and was home for about 30 minutes before I finally woke up. And he's like, you were knocked.
Nice.
Some of the best sleep I've ever had, but with real good highs.
That's that
And
dope
it's
corn
delicious.
for you. That's that dope corn for
Yes,
you.
it is.
But-
Properly named. Properly named.
Yeah.
So I want to thank all of my guests for coming in this evening.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yes.
I want to thank you.
No, you guys.
This is dope. This is dope. This is like, seriously, like, I don't know if anybody has ever been on a radio podcast or anything, but just the experience right now, bro, the energy in the room, man, this is crazy.
It's
like,
wild.
yeah,
The energy, I love good energy, and it's been that way since we all, met together earlier this evening before we
You
started.
push out good energy is what you get back.
Yes,
So
and I
receive
try
it.
to. That's
Definitely.
that's one of my daily things that I try to live by. Is just putting out that positive energy and seeing what comes back to you. The universe has it already. The universe is already, looking over your shoulder, pretty much being like, "What are you gonna do?" Right? I like that. Hey. So I do want to give a quick shout out to my other host, Miss Vita. She is not feeling well. She came and popped in, but was not feeling well enough. So we're all going to be sending out good vibes to her, get well vibes.
All of it. Let's just push to the mic. Push
Yes.
to the mic,
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm sure she's feeling it. She just got to chill right
got a
now.
little tingle.
Yes. But I have, as you guys can see, I have awesome co-host here, my guest this evening, as well as we have an audience. And please, audience, chime in.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to yell on out. That's the kind of vibe we have here. So this episode, I thought a lot about when I kind of put everybody together and asked them to be guests, what I wanted the outcome to be, or what I wanted the message to be, how I wanted that to come across. There you go, boo. Let's get you all set. There you go. So this, where did you put the quote in?
This?
Oh, I got that. It's there we go. All right. I'm just lit already. That was what.
Amen.
I guess we just had a good little session.
Man.
It was a good little spark and salutation, guys. So
It'll do it
this
to you.
this episode is talking about based
Bars.
on ingenuity. Ingenuity in cannabis is something that's going to help to create success for you, or it's something that if you're lacking, you're going to definitely fall to the wayside. There's a lot in this industry that, just like any business sector, that is going against you. Things that you can see, things that are, tangible, things that are not, certain obstacles like money and things. But if you don't have the creativity, the ingenuity, the drive to get into the industry, and especially to be an entrepreneur, like I said, it's not going to be an easy road. So with that being said, do you guys all feel, and I'll come back to you after I read the quote, but I'm going to pose the question. Do you all feel that ingenuity is a huge part of who you are, who your brand is? So I'll let you kind of sink in, and I'm going to go ahead and share what our quote will be for this week. So it is, innovation comes out of great human ingenuity and very personal passions. And that's a quote by Megan Smith. So as I've shared in the previous 5 episodes here and there, passion and purpose is what I am driven by every single day. Yeah. Why I do what I do, why I left corporate sales, why I wasn't happy for so long in my industry in corporate sales. I did great at it, but I wasn't happy. And it was because I wasn't living my true passion and purpose. So when I left corporate sales, I didn't know what I was going to do. I have an amazing husband, like I've said before, who was like, look, just get good at couponing. I'm a teacher, but, let's figure it out. Yeah. So after a few months of just racking my brain, because I don't like idle time, and I can put on the face that everything's good, but I'm just having this tumultuous, wave of just thoughts and everything going on.
Though.
And just an itch to get out there and do what I'm supposed to do.
Exactly.
So I was always thinking what was going to set me apart. Right. And one day it was like, a big old, stem of, bud fell off the bud tree and hit me upside my head. And I was like, duh, cannabis. Like, what am I doing? So finding out what I was going to do within cannabis, though, that, then that became another obstacle. So in order for me to become the MariJayne Maven and to be where I am now, it definitely took some ingenuity and some creativity,
and
and I
time.
know passion. So that's personally for me. So what about we'll start with the lady, the other lady in the room
most
here.
definitely.
Man, definitely want to hear it.
How do you feel? Do you feel like
I got you. Like, I was all ears. Like,
Ready.
like, let's go.
No, when I was originally actually a teacher. I taught junior high math. I taught 5th grade for a year, and I was not happy. So I was trying to come up with a way that I could use my teaching degree and can find something that I was more passionate about, though. So I was like looking into the cannabis industry, and I saw where all the like dispensaries were. I saw the problems that they have to face, the taxes, the regulations. It feels like everything is working against them right now. So I was trying to come up with something that would help the dispensaries. I saw what other technology platforms were doing, and I saw like what Weed Maps, what Yeez and all of those programs were doing, and I wanted to come up with something that actually like helps and actually contributes and isn't just like ripping off dispensaries, because whenever you say cannabis, like the prices go up instantly for like lawyers, for taxing, for anything.
Yes,
It's just
exactly.
insane. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
to pretty much do the same thing that they were doing before, but just in a different specialty?
Oh my God, security. If you say that it's for a dispensary, automatically just goes
Oh,
up.
yeah, gotta charge.
Yes, you need more.
And I'm
yes.
sorry,
That's
I've been
wild.
to tons of cannabis events.
Yeah.
Some that are above board and everybody knows about them. Some that are considered underground, which that's a whole different topic because I feel some way about that. But I've never had an issue. I was going to say people bump into me, but they do that still. But there's never been an issue. I've never seen a fight. I've never seen cops. And I've been in events where there's been thousands of people, in a small space. So the fact that when you get to security and they do want to tax on more or put on more, venues are starting to do that now in Sacramento. They're starting to go, oh, okay, well, you know what, I won't get in trouble, but you know what I can do? I can go ahead and charge like a wedding rate, for what's going to be a 2-hour event, so
That's wild.
so it's definitely happening, and it is an obstacle, something,
So yeah, we did come up with a solution to help support the dispensaries. So like with Dayleaf, that's our same day delivery. We don't charge the dispensaries to like set up. We don't charge the dispensaries a monthly fee. With Monthleaf, it's just whatever sells, and it's just trying to support the dispensaries. We work with non-storefront dispensaries, so only dispensaries that do deliveries. And so the customers can't go into the dispensary. So what makes nice? I can't talk right now because I'm high. What makes
Oh shit! You know what? I almost forgot I was.
I was gonna say
But
water.
no, but, what
Do we
makes
got water?
Monthleaf great is that it.
Is there any
Downstairs, I
water?
should have brought some.
What makes Monthleaf great, though, is it brings the dispensary to the customer. Every single month, they don't have to go in. New products come to them. I don't know if you guys ever go into a dispensary and feel super overwhelmed with all the options.
That's how it's been.
There's a
It's
gajillion
been like
different
that
Oh
before,
options.
yeah. And the larger the dispensary, the more that they have.
Yes.
It's
oh
pretty
my
crazy.
goodness. And
Yeah.
you can't pull out your phone, so you can't even look to see
Oh,
all the
yeah.
information, and
Yeah.
you just have to go off face the bud tender. But
Well, and also, dang, not to try and cut you off, but some of the buds that they are putting in packaging, really don't even be top of the line.
It don't even be all like,
It's
good,
like,
for real, just be
I don't
regular
know, like,
weed.
that's the
Yeah.
only, sorry, but that's the only reason, as we was talking about the underground or black market, like at least when you're going to get something, you get the time to actually view and go over it.
I understand.
Smell
Some
it and
dispensaries,
touch- yeah.
you might get lucky, but I've known a couple recent where if it's in a package, bro, you're not
done.
You're not going to
Yeah.
see what it is. You're gonna
Yeah.
smelling it, and then you get home, you open it. Just, the fuck is?
It's dry. It stems. It's
But-
smell good.
But
Yeah.
but back to her thing and what you're doing, and I man, that's dope. Like for real, that's
you.
dope. You taking it somewhere else, and that's
thank you.
Meeting
Yeah,
a
and
service for both customers. So you have an
Right.
internal and you have an external customer. Your internal is going to be those within your industry or whatnot. So for you, it's who you partner with. And then, of course, your external customers are you, the customer. So with her meeting goals and the needs of both, that's huge. So I know that when I first, came across her page, I thought it was fantastic. I did, my stalking. I went on the website. I did my own little research and due diligence, and
I'm finna do
she's
that
above
next.
board. Yeah.
I need to get some of my treats in your box.
Yeah, right. Hey,
what?
this is what I try to do. Make
Yeah,
these
it's probably-
connections.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. You did.
Yes, yes,
real.
yes. So
exactly
what is
what it
that? To kind of keep on with the same question. How do you feel about? Do you feel that? What was your spark moment? Kind of tell us a little bit of your background.
So how
and-
this started like happening basically?
Yeah. Do you feel like the
Oh,
ingenuity
yo.
and drive and all that?
Oh yeah,
passion?
no. So what really started to drive me? I've always known, like I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? So I've always known how to cook. You know what I'm saying? I've always known how to cook. I know it tastes good. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
baking and stuff like that's not a problem. But it's just when I started baking and then people was hitting my phone and it was working. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, like I really know how to make something. You
Isn't
know
that
what I'm
feeling
saying?
really crazy?
Yeah, and it's wild.
Yes.
Like earlier, I just made some chocolate chip strawberry brickies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just to, like I'm, you feel me? Like I was gonna bring some, but it was too
So
hot. It
good.
wouldn't have made
So,
it.
hey, you
But,
have my
yeah.
number.
Yeah, I got
Just
you.
that,
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just different. Like how you got different flavors, like cookies, Cookie Monster and banana pudding and stuff like that. Like that's wild. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just what you can create with science and math. You know what I'm saying? And weed.
I
I've
like
been
that
smoking
you
weed
say
forever.
that.
Yeah.
Science and math, people.
It's everywhere.
That
it's
can help.
everywhere.
That right?
Like that. Like if anything, like that's what, like people always talk about what we should teach in school. That's always important. Like
Right?
math and science.
And
like,
if
'cause
you put
that's
it in that
everywhere.
way, I tell him all the time. Okay, so I was very sheltered. I've shared this before too. From Elk Grove, very sheltered. But if I ever got my dad here, you guys would be like, oh, that's why she didn't do anything. My dad's like 6'7", very deep voice, intimidating. How he should be with a daughter. So I was always around it, but didn't do anything. But if they had taught math and biology and stuff in relation to this, I was like, because real quick, I was like, oh, so an eighth and an eighth equal a quarter?
Yeah, like you feel me? Like
When I was actually doing that in school, I was like, I don't know, I don't get it.
For real, like,
right? So yeah, I like that
shapes
point.
and
I like
but
that
nah,
point.
But I've been using cannabis for so long
No,
and
because-
just I know you feel me, but I didn't want to. You feel me? Like,
Get
but
out
no,
there.
like I've been using it for so long. Like weed had to start working for me. That's how I felt.
There you go.
Like I've been putting so much time, effort, and just like a lot into weed. So I was like, it gotta start working for me now.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like I'm not finna like I took it as like buying food. Like you go out and buy an eighth and you smoke it, it's gone. You go out and buy a burger, you eat it, it's gone.
Yep.
Like you just feel like you just wasted. I feel like I wasted my money.
Yeah.
I'm not a customer, but I am a customer at
Yeah,
the same time.
yeah.
But I'd rather supply people what they need instead of trying to get it from other people. I can support people though. Like I definitely want to collab with Dope Corn because I don't make popcorn.
That
You know
would
what
be
I'm saying? So it's
fire.
like, that'd be a dope collab. You feel
Would
me?
be.
Like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Have an on beat flavor or something. Make it pink or something.
Because I
You know
used
what I'm saying?
to with my
That's what I'm
popcorn.
saying.
I used to put popcorn, extra butter popcorn, and hot tamales together.
wild.
Fire. See. Look.
Like
But I'm just saying.
tamales?
I know
The hot tamales, the candies.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
Yo, not tamales.
Oh.
Yeah.
that cinnamon.
I'm in the movie theater eating tamales and popcorn together.
What?
His mind was
I'm
hella
like
blown.
tamales,
right?
like
he
eating
just-
popcorn and tamales.
with the
Like,
butter
what? That's
and the-
wild.
okay,
Yo, that's
like-
wild.
He's like, you are talented. No,
Wild.
no,
Nah,
no,
I have
no.
been
Eating it
seeing
with a
that
fork
though.
or
Like,
what? A
like
spoon?
you could do this stuff with like cheese. You could partner with cheeses damn near on
Yeah,
God. They doing this. Like they
Yeah.
making the little snack mixes.
Nah,
and
yeah.
munchies and shit.
Yeah, you could definitely, bro. We got options. But
See,
we're like,
you guys are seeing it happen now, but we, that's something.
But definitely
a
just
few months I'll be
options,
having them back, and we'll be trying
definitely-
all their stuff
definitely
together.
Just responses, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Definitely just a
Yeah.
response for the people. That's what made it keep going. Because you in your heart, you be like, oh, I'm doing this, and you're excited. And then when you get that first 6 no's, you be like, damn, should I really be
Yeah,
doing this?
yeah.
For
But
real.
once you do something, and then you get them first 6 yeses just out the blue, like you like, oh, I know I'm supposed to be doing this.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
Yeah.
Even if it ain't the first yeses, it's the ones that come back and
Yeah.
secure your
like it'd be
secure
like
the
you really
spot
like
almost
this,
for
like
you know what
that's
I mean?
wild.
Like, oh,
Like so I
man.
know I'm doing this right.
You're
Like,
doing it right, bro.
Exactly,
That's
so,
yeah.
yeah.
I
I
love that you
definitely
say
know
that.
what you meant by that because I don't know. You want to
No,
just
you
Yeah,
good.
then like I said, hey, like I said, guys, this is a conversation.
This is
Yeah,
a conversation.
Yeah,
It's not
that-
like
that
shot
is real, though,
interviewing us.
bro.
Yeah.
We're getting to know each other. Yo, it's wild.
That's how I felt though. Plenty of times, despite but like not just the dope corn itself. I was already doing popcorn.
Yeah.
I do have a family business and popcorn already.
That's fire.
I was
plug that
I
one
was
too?
trying to
You plug that
keep
one
it
too?
under the but you know what I mean. We're here, we free. Everything is legit, so we solid. So but basically, yeah, for me, I was like, damn, bro, like if I could get these flavors and we could mix them and mix them with the
Cannabis.
infuse them basically. If we can infuse them in whichever way, Like, man, this is gonna be lit, bro. Like, wait,
It's
watch
gonna
this.
work,
Watch, bro.
they
It's
gonna
crazy.
need
But
it.
this is my
Yeah.
family business, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mom's from work. My mom was really the only one making it at the times, bro. I told, and she's not even into weed, mind you.
That's how it be.
I was like, Mom, I'm about to send you. Like, I was literally had my cousins I was telling them, like, bro, go buy her a pound of butter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, I'm about to get you a pound of butter because I'm up here. She's in Southern California.
Okay.
So this is years ago, bro. Before,
Okay.
like I said, this has taken me. Dope corn has probably taken me over like 2.5 years to really get it to this point.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It's
just
really
the
time.
funny,
Like that,
the
though.
funny.
People think you just
It's
at home
like,
making
yeah,
it. It's
like,
like, nah, bro. Like
it
this
took,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of progression, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of steps, a lot of no's,
Yeah.
a lot of trials and errors, you know what I mean? And one of it was just, like I said, trying to get her to make it.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm not about to smell my kitchen up. Like,
Yeah.
Of course, that first thing.
Like,
Smelling like that
but,
dope.
But yeah, but part of my innovation was, like I said, just knowing the growth of it, and then as looking at the market of it as well, and not seeing any other popcorn that's in the dispensaries that's, you know, medicated, that's really delicious. You might get a couple cheeses here, you might see some other little things, but
that'd be fake.
but like I said, like the chili, the faded watermelon, the banana pudding, bro.
Yeah, like,
these
that's
cookies
wild.
and Cookie Monsters,
yeah.
or the I got sexual white chocolate orgasm, bro. Like
That's
the
wild.
name's
Sexual
Orange
white
Dream,
chocolate,
bro.
so
So
Yes.
basically, like, it's just I wanna be like one of the, not the first, but the most known in the popcorn and
That's
the,
how
in
I
the
like
yeah,
that.
right. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like,
I like it. I like it.
like when you see or hear the word dope corn, or, you know, might come up later in the sessions, might do a merger, we'll see. So not going to officially keep the dope corn is where we at right now, but, you know, for bigger and better processes, you know what I mean, everybody has to be willing to be open. So it's a possibility of emergence, and we'll see when the time comes.
dope.
I love how
So dope.
it's mushroom corn.
Yeah,
too.
bro, I'm telling you,
I love
when
that.
before we leave, it's all these bags getting opened up. We're gonna be having a dope party.
Yes.
Hey,
I
hey,
have
hey.
gummies and stuff here too. Like y'all could try some. They're Starburst flavored, so Starburst
Oh,
made
yeah.
some gelatin and
Fantastic.
Hey, well, watch it. Look, I'm about to hit. I'm about to
Look
hit.
at this.
Hey, I'm gonna hit y'all with something y'all not even
the
thinking
ganja
about right
goddesses.
I'm
now.
not even ready.
Watch this. Dope,
Corn.
delicious, on point, every day.
Hey, I like that. Hey, I like that.
Hey, you just got dope.
Right. Hey, I like that. Look, I mean, all this energy in here,
On
just
point
all these
every
ideas, just
day,
everything's
like,
flowing.
Fire.
Like now you
I
can't
love it.
even use that word and be like, oh, that's hella negative. No, it's delicious, on point every day. What are you talking
Right,
about? Like,
right.
chill out.
Every
Chill
day.
out.
I like
Chill
that.
out. We use acronyms for everything else. We good.
I like that.
Like, for
That's
real.
like it just reminded me of
Spark
Spark on Beat.
You gotta play some music.
Dude.
Yeah, and then you gonna pay for it.
Alright.
There we go.
When everything gonna be. Nah, Spark on Beat. I've actually been Spark on Beat for like
This
6
what?
years now. It's called Spark on Beat hashtag. Y'all, I think I have stickers somewhere.
What is it?
Wax
Spark
on this
on
one.
Beat.
All
it's
right,
fat-
y'all.
It's fat wax on that one.
So we were already a little lit.
I put wax on the wood.
There's a little wax on this one. So this the episode. This might be one for the books. Okay. This one's gonna get
Ain't
mad
no
views.
store
I feel it.
downstairs.
They close at 8:30.
Damn, son.
But there's a vending machine.
Okay,
downstairs.
where? Downstairs. I ain't trying to leave. I just need some water in my life.
You can crowd in, crowd out. Look, it's better than
Man.
you having just like crazy content.
I'm like,
If
you can water.
you know.
It look like there's one water up there, bro. That's not been open.
Steph's like, I don't know what you want
Savage,
to do
like,
with that
bro,
one.
like-
Steph's like, I don't think you want to do that.
I'm just saying.
Bro,
Did
like,
y'all
it's
not
a
see?
survival,
Did y'all not
yeah.
see 127 hours?
Yes.
Come on,
Oh,
man.
look
Did
at
he
that.
did he not jump into that little lake
Yeah.
of fucking
Dude got
leaves
caught.
and
He,
dirt?
was
And-
doing something we don't do hike. He was hiking and yeah. And he was in.
Hey, man, but I guess that is. That's going to
Right? And know what not to do. Not to do.
we
Well,
don't know what he's thinking right now. He might be having real.
so we
real
have
drop in the mouth.
We have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and allow this kind of sesh to go on a little bit.
All right, yeah.
People to, maybe gather up some moisture in their mouths. And I'm going to talk a little bit about,
Nah, I'm solid.
Wild Jones Podcast Network and
yes,
the
yes.
event that they have coming up on December the 15th. It is the Season of Giving, and it's going to be at Foothill Skate, if I remember correctly.
I've always wanted to go there. I've never been there.
Yes, Foothill Skate, 4700 Auburn Boulevard. It's going to be on December 15th, which is 2 Sundays from now. You want to bring either a $5 love donation or a new and unwrapped toy for donation. There's going to be food trucks there. I think it's going to be game day. I saw the post just today. Game day food trucks and Friday food trucks as well. I'll double check on that and make sure I say that correctly. But they're going to be there. They're going to have some games and raffles. Family friendly. Bring the kiddos out. Allow them to see that, you have a great heart and what it's, how important it is to be able to give to those that are less fortunate. And, doing it within the cannabis community. We unfortunately still have a stigma that surrounds us. It's not the fog that we used to be encompassed in, but now it's just kind of hanging above us, where people don't think that we really care about anything other than tree, and it's very important. But we're still very kind people. So with this event, you sure can. Let me finish up this. Just like my little commercial. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. 100% of the proceeds are gonna go to the kids. All right, so super important. Come on out. It's going to be from 11 to 2, I believe. Yes, 11 to 2, if not mistaken. It's not typed here, and I'm surprised that it isn't, because my producer is very succinct. But no, I'm joking. I'm high. So, anywho, so make sure that you guys take part in that. Even if you want to come by, just drop off a toy. You don't want to come to skate, we will appreciate that as well.
Man.
Do you? Can you guys skate?
I'll be there. I'll be there.
So I used to skate like crazy because
bring the kids, because I'm about to be, once I get my moves going, I'm just,
okay.
What is that, roll bounce?
Yeah. Yes, a roll bounce. Can you do?
With a little pop
Look,
to it.
there are some groups. There's some groups out here. It's an adult group that meets up and they do the skating that's crazy.
They real serious.
Well, I talk to people who get the real skates.
Like seriously, they come in with them around their necks. No shade.
They
Love that you guys
serious.
have some. That's.
I think
awesome.
one of them bumped me last time I was out there with my daughter. You know what I mean?
You have a baby?
Yeah, I got 3 kids.
That's wild.
Yeah, bro.
That's beautiful.
I might not look like it, but yeah.
You don't.
beautiful.
You don't. But we don't.
Yeah, I'm 30.
Hey.
I'm 33. My birthday was actually just in November on the 17th.
Well, happy birthday.
And the dopest thing, just kind of how the universe, everything plays in effect.
That's what they do.
I got my building on my birthday.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
that's
so-
right.
I got a building
Yes.
off 65th.
What is it?
What building?
He's like, I'm like, let me not say everything out loud, but yeah, I got a full building, bro.
I saw the post and I immediately was in
it's
his DMs
big.
like, what is it? Congratulations, first of all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's something like 3 or 4 of these rooms, probably
You're
bigger.
making the corn in there?
Oh, nah, it's
It's like a venue, kinda?
multi-purpose building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I
That's
still
still
yeah.
fire, though.
Yo,
Like,
yeah. No, I still have it for
was
that
actually telling- that's what I was
purposes
telling
too.
you
It's like a warehouse facility, but it's also going to be basically used for a lot of different events, trapping paints. I could do sessions
Oh, dog.
depending if I wanted.
Big
I could do
link, bro. Like,
yeah
what?
after hours, clubs, parties,
Yeah.
everything.
He's
bro.
already like
Everything.
we talked about some
I go to
ideas.
something like that in Oakland. It's called Blue Dream Oakland. Shout out to them. It's a
yeah.
private membership club, and that's what they
Nice.
do. They
Yeah.
go show events
Hey.
there, and it's
See?
cannabis friendly.
Listen.
We
all
need
good.
that here. I
I'm
like that.
It could be like that on
I
God.
haven't found like my daytime name yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That's
my
fine.
after hours is playground.
Hey.
The playground.
Hey.
Hey, everybody want to have
All the
recess.
thoughts
You know
that
what
just
I'm
ran through my mind.
Like,
All the
not trying-
possibilities.
Don't get too wild, too crazy.
Just don't smoke no cigarettes in
gonna
there.
Be, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's gonna be chill. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, some relaxed things. You know,
That's beautiful.
everybody should. It's gonna be invite, like we said. It's private. We don't. It's not just.
You
anybody
want to
walking
create
up
that.
in there.
So
Yeah.
that's super
Well,
important.
We gotta
let me
keep the
know.
vibes, man.
Let
We
me
keep
know.
the
I'm
vibes,
big
bro.
vendor. I'm telling you.
Oh,
I'll
bro,
pop
yeah,
out.
yeah. It's
I got
solid.
merch
That
too.
actually brings
I'll
up a
pop
good
out.
point. It brings up a really good point.
Bro, I'll pop pop out.
telling
Yeah, I
you,
want
bro,
one of those
we
too.
found
I
it.
want one of those. I'm wearing my
just keep it.
own merch today.
That's
Well,
beautiful.
this isn't final. This is something I've had for a couple of years, but MariJayne Maven on it.
Yeah.
Had to get this made to go to like Emerald Cup, because I had to rep in there. So,
I
but
want you to tell me about
yeah,
this
we
Yes.
rolling contest.
yes,
Supposed to be at the Emerald Cup too.
you got definitely that is huge for
But
you.
That's what I was saying earlier with the mergence.
Mm-hmm.
That's more
An
so
opportunity
with-
you can-
where we'd be. We already set the date. We already have everything that we're
Nice.
supposed to be going, but still, as far as the whole contract set out, isn't 100%.
Yeah,
but
and that takes some
we
time,
supposed
and you
to,
wanted
we
to.
supposed to pull up to the Emerald Cup. You know what I mean? And so I'll be repping Yummy Lifestyle. I just fucking
That's
say it
dope.
right now.
Hey.
Yummy Lifestyle's gotta be real.
Here
you
we
know what
go.
I'm saying? If you don't
Go
believe
follow
in
him.
it ain't gonna happen. But I definitely believe in the success of everything. So Yummy
Speak it
Lifestyle
into existence.
yeah.
So
I would've
nothing
never
wrong with
thought
that
you was 33 on God. I thought you was like 26.
at all.
Yeah.
That makes some Instagram posts that I saw. I was like, oh, it's looking like a
yeah.
college party that was going on when I saw a little bit ago.
Man. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I felt like, oh, I need to be there. Then I was like,
Hey,
I'm
I'd
way
say
too old to be there. Now I know I
everybody
could have been
follow
there.
Cali Dope Corn, man. See some of the footage, man. We have a lot of things for everybody.
Have a
like I
great
said,
feed.
everything is good vibes, but I dance personally. I am a celebrity, so
You got to. You got to. Hey.
I really know. That's just what I do. I like to feel myself. I be in the zone. I just keep
But ain't
going.
nothing wrong with that, though.
Man, like you know what I mean. But I ain't bumping. Somebody bumping to me, we bump into each other, and we just gonna bounce all the good energy
And
off
keep it
each other
going.
and
Yes.
keep it going. Like,
And that's what you got to do. And that's what, that's the major feel when you're in an event where it's a cannabis related event. Like you don't feel any, animosity. You don't feel like you have to look over your shoulder. One, what like everybody be so lit in there. What is somebody gonna do?
I ain't gonna lie.
So
Some people be acting funny.
out here, so you thinking Zach?
No, for like I ain't gonna lie. Like my first session I went to, like we got there and everybody running in, trying to hold a spot. Now everybody holding their spot. Like it was wild.
Oh,
to
as a
me,
like as a vendor,
yeah,
right? Okay,
Like it was
yeah.
wild
Yeah.
to me,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, no, as a
And I
vendor,
was,
yeah,
shout out to Chapo Kingdom. You
King
feel me?
Kingdom,
My
Chapo.
homie.
Hey,
Shout out to
that's his
Chapo,
favorite.
bro.
Oh my God,
What's
that's
up,
his
bro?
favorite.
No, for real, I fuck with
That's his
them.
favorite.
For real,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
my
yeah,
homie
fuck
Danny,
with
you
them,
feel me? My homie Danny, he was like, yeah, but he was just talking to me. He was being rude with me the whole time when we was posted up. I had my little table and stuff like that. Like I learned a
hella
lot
cool.
from going to these sessions and
Yeah.
kept
Yeah.
vending and stuff like that. It's just the energy. Like it seemed like it's friendly,
Kingdom
but
Chapo.
everybody trying to make money. But like we can though. Like you know what I'm
There's
saying?
enough
Like, it's
for
wild. Like,
everybody.
you feel me?
There's
Everybody
enough for
acting
everybody.
Like, everybody acting like they can't make no money. So it's like, bro, I guess it's just your product at that point. Because if you can't get no
It
money,
is.
then
It's your product,
And
and
how you-
it's
how
how
you
you
talk to
and
the
then how you
people or
approach.
something.
So
Yeah. You
what?
gotta send some
First thing I've always told you, yes.
Okay.
The reason what drew me to his table when I first met him was the fact that he made eye contact and immediately was like, "Come on over. You like popcorn?" I was not trying to have any popcorn because I'm thinking of popcorn. I was there like, no, I don't want any popcorn. But your positivity and very I don't want to say salesman-like,
yeah,
but you just
exactly.
had that. You made me want to buy. So that was the first time. And because I've been to events and this is exactly what I've had. I'm walking up, walking to the table looking and this.
It's just on your phone.
Yeah, people looking down. They not even. Yeah, nobody engaged.
Every single one.
Yeah, it's like
Make eye
what's
contact
the
on
point?
purpose
Yeah, no,
and keep
seriously.
walking. Like
I've
that's.
had-
You
I've
have
had
to
that
be
a
a
few
people's
times,
person.
Yeah.
To some degree.
You
man.
have
But
to, and
that's
if you
like-
can't, then
like-
get somebody who can.
But that's what one of the things I like. It's been doing like this so long is like I always tell people, anybody. This goes for anybody at the table. It's like when you're out like with your product. Either if you want to say your table is your front door to
Yep.
the store. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, so it
Good
doesn't
points,
matter if
good
somebody's
points.
walking by you, whatever. You greet everybody
Yes.
like you're gonna, greet them as walking into your store. So that's always been my mentality,
Yep.
and it's not fake. It's just that's just how you have to look at it. You know what I mean?
That's a
Because-
great point.
Yes.
That's business point. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love that. Cannabis, very good point to keep. So I like that. So see, that just goes to the conversation. Being that you started that, what would you say is a great tip in running business, especially a startup, and you've gone through lots of obstacles, other
Yeah.
businesses hating, knowing the changing regulations that happen daily.
Yes. Like there's only 6 laws that like support what we're doing, so it's kind of like an interesting thing. There's like 6 laws for
I gotta
technology
tap in.
platforms.
See, I know,
so
like,
like it's
I
like
need some
scary.
help
Like
with some
everything
things,
is
bro.
pretty like gray of like, can we do this? Like
Yeah.
I think so.
Hey.
I hear that all the time.
Anybody trying to get
Yes.
into the industry?
Yeah,
tap
exactly.
in, you know?
But
Yeah.
it's been interesting. I've had like booths at non-cannabis events, like women expos or like small business like groups and stuff like that. So it's been interesting to get the feedback for them when I say cannabis.
Yeah.
I was at a women's like meeting last night, and I met like all these women for the first time, and they like didn't know how to respond when I said cannabis, and they were all like, you know.
But in their minds, they were like, "Oh, I wanted to know," or "Oh, I wonder if she knows that I smoke," you know, like something like that.
Yeah,
you know, there's always
Yeah,
those
they made
few.
it clear that they did not.
Sure.
But they were open-minded, which was nice.
Right.
But
That's always nice because
Yes.
oh boy.
I've been told no quite upfront by a
no.
lot of people once I say something that
Yeah.
like goes against their personal beliefs. So I really enjoy when people are open-minded.
Yeah.
And they're willing to like hear you out.
And they're like, oh, this not me, but for sure. Like,
Yeah, like
do
I
your
hear you.
thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't have to
yeah. Like-
agree.
And what I've learned is if you're the more confident you are about it, the more comfortable they are about it. So I don't hide. I got business cards that make sure that it's very obvious that I have a cannabis education and consulting and an event, company. So it's very obvious. Plus the MariJayne Maven, if you're not picking up on that, then I don't know. But I branded myself that way on purpose because I want to help, educate, eradicate, and elevate, and if you guys follow me, that's my hashtag.
Get it.
So, so it's super important. What would you say? I mean, would you say you're the newest at the table as far as
yeah.
entering the industry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, what's
lit,
up?
though.
Hey, hold on,
I'm
what
definitely
up?
the youngest here
Get
too,
it.
bro. I'm only 22, dog. You 22?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, see, I hate that. Don't do that, bro. Like, like legally I'm 22, but
My
socially I'm
son's
26. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, it's
He could
just
be my
fun. Like, it's just fun, bro. This shit is fun. Like, we're all potheads, but we're educated. So
Yes.
it's lit. Like, and that's what I need because I'm done just sitting around getting high, bro. That don't work for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we sitting around getting high, we just finish something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's 3 PM. You know what I'm saying? We just got hella work done. You know what I'm saying? Or we went to the gym or something. I like to get high before I go to the gym though. But you know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
It's great. We
that
know
shit's
that's good.
I be getting runner's high, boy. That should be lit. But like,
proven that it's good for you, though.
I'm telling you, it's lit. But yeah, like. It's just fun. Like, that's all it is. Like, everybody be like, oh, you be making money. I be like, I just have fun. It's not about what you know, it's who you know. It's really just an icebreaker, too. Because, it's wild. Like, when you meet somebody, like, you like edibles? And then I give them a card, you know what I'm saying? And it's lit, you know what I'm saying? I show
Yeah,
them my
cards.
card.
Yeah, you had pens. I mean,
Yeah,
he came to the
pens.
event. He was.
I was
like,
like, more
okay.
stuff, but like I was baking and I
great.
didn't realize what time it was, and I only lived 10 minutes away. I was like, yes, and then I mobbed here. That's why I'm in my Vegas flag.
And we'll have all of their information, linked to
But-
this video on YouTube and all the
Yeah.
social media and all the streaming services and all that good stuff.
But
Yeah.
another thing too, like when so I go vending line. So I've actually seen your dope corn a lot. You feel me with Bly, and so you do have regular corn. He always be giving out samples. It's fire, but I ain't tried to. I don't really like to eat edibles because it slow me down. You feel me when I'm on the move, but like when I be chilling stuff like that, I'm definitely gonna try some of your popcorn. I'm gonna pass this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's delicious. We're definitely gonna get into that and everybody's product and
But, like, when I'm
kind of
out-
unveil stuff in a
But
minute.
like when
here.
I'm out and then like I ask people like, hey, like I literally walk up to people at the park or something like that. Like it's just like I'm on the move. Like I'm like a delivery service basically. That's why I got talk to you. But I'm like a delivery service basically, and so I just be seeing people chilling. Like I've had people like 1 minute I'm like, oh hey, you guys like edibles, and they're like, oh my god, we just thought of this. We was finna go to the club. Now I ain't gotta go nowhere.
Yes.
Like they be hella
Oh,
excited.
that's the best,
And then
yeah.
like I pull out my menu, I have a whole menu and stuff like that, and they be like, oh my god, you have a menu. Like it's just crazy how you wow people with what you just do and how you do it. So yeah, like you just
I
gotta
have
keep
to say,
moving.
when I met you and I got your business card, I thought that it was very smart. It was genius that you have a
My
menu
menu's
on the back.
I got it.
With pricing. That is, I think that's right. Because most people will get business cards. I won't lie. I get them, and if I have several, I will use them as a crutch, a filter, and and when I roll.
You gotta be cool with
But-
that. That's ink. You gotta be cool with that. You gotta get them. You gotta get them real filter ones for real, like these ones, like that. Yeah, I'm telling you. I
Making
know.
me see my son. Damn.
I'm just saying.
He's
'cause
you guys are the same age too.
It's
But
nasty. Like it's nasty.
hey,
That is
talk to
fucking-
the
that
Bay
is
Area man
fucking
over there.
way-
Bay Area
numbers
man
are
is the one that
just
got
too
me
little.
started on that.
Yeah, no,
but
it's
that's
my hubby
lit
over there.
though, bro.
Yeah, shout out to
I ain't
you,
gonna
'cause I roll
lie.
all my woods with crutches. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I hate when you get resin on your lip and when you hitting it and it closed. Like that's
Wet
hella
lip people.
irritating.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I say when they're making love to the blunt, they just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and like they got to. What are you
Hey,
doing, man? Like
hey,
that
you
is the
know
first
what?
thing ever.
This nigga. Hey, bro, because I didn't catch it because I haven't seen the card. You know what I mean? Like I said, we talked a little, but you said everything on beat.
Yeah.
Everything on beat. So we was talking when you were saying about lighting the blunt a couple minutes
Spark
ago.
on beat, yeah.
Spark on beat.
Everything on beat. Yeah.
Everything on
Well,
beat.
I started with Spark on beat,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's where I got my name on beat treats from.
Yeah.
Spark on
Okay.
beat is I've been doing that since I was in high school, and that's
At
just
Spark
literally
on
I just
beat.
listen to a song. It'd probably be the popular song out, or like it'd be one of my homie songs, and I just spark on beat, like literally, like everybody be at the party and it'd be like 1, 2, 3.
I like that.
You just spark on beat, bro. It's literally, it just feel good, bro. Like literally, that's all it does. Like, and it's
So
fun.
I'm a
Hashtag
business
it.
mind, business consultants where I think that is
That is
the dopest,
Well,
one of the
that's why-
dopest
that
new
is-
branding
That is.
and your reason behind it and your explanation behind it. That is dope.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's why my
good.
logo has a hashtag on it because everything's hashtag. So hashtag Spark on beat, hashtag on beat treats. Like literally, it's hashtag on beat treats.
Yeah.
So like, everything's
On beat
hashtag.
treats, yeah.
Yeah.
well, that is dope. That's dope. I
Yeah.
like how you just mentioned music. Now we were sitting here talking about like. I love that everybody's kind of falling into it now. It's just a natural conversation, but this is going to seem like this is set up. You mentioned music, and that's actually what I was going to talk about next in my MariJayne Keeps Me Sane segment. And I like to talk about music and kind of how weed and anything in life, it can keep me sane. So let's just say it could be that. It could be my sons. It could be my sons not having their uniform when I know I wash your uniform, and how music and cannabis kind of help together with that in the whole. But where I'm at right now, what I always knew that I wanted to talk about this week because I am just obsessed, and but the question what I'm going to pose to you guys is, what song do you guys like to get lit to right now? And mine, because I'm just standing over this dude, is The Baby.
Hey, I
And it's
love
Bob.
the baby, bro.
The Bop is
I always
my,
just
and I
show
have to
some
have
Bop in
I have
it.
to have the
Yeah,
video
yeah,
on.
that's
Yeah, I have to have the video. Yeah, yes, it's lit. It's lit.
He has like.
You
he
seen the
can't-
Broadway, bro? That's just
Yes,
fire,
yes,
bro.
that's
That
all,
shit's
yeah.
fire. The choreography
Yes.
is
I'm not
fire,
gonna lie,
bro.
it came and changed the game for a second. Like, cause when I first heard of The Baby, I was like, The Baby. I'm like,
I was like,
think
Lil
I
Baby,
seen-
The Baby,
I
they're the
seen
same
this,
person. Like, yeah.
the concert. He had a concert out here in Sac or
Yeah.
something. It was like a
Holy
little
Diver?
show, or possibly, bro.
Yeah.
And
I went to his Oakland show right after.
but I didn't know who he was, so I
Yeah.
just seen him on the flyer, The
Yeah.
Baby, and literally it's like one of them things. Like right after that, it was like niggas
Hella
seeing
people
him
was
on
there.
TV and all this here and that and that.
Bro, that's how it
And
be,
I was
bro.
like,
I
shit, who
swear
the
to
fuck?
God.
And
We
I
know what
ain't
it is
know- and I
because
ain't
he's
know-
smart. He has a good head on his shoulders.
Oh,
He's
bro.
smart. He's well spoken,
He's a
but he has a
Capricorn.
story to tell. He is. I'm telling you, his
dope, though.
his Hot Ones. I don't know if you guys watch that show, but his Hot Ones, it was one of the best ones that I've seen.
Yeah, no,
when the dudes eat the chicken wings, when the
Yeah.
guests eat the chicken wings and they're interviewed, and it's
Oh,
hot.
yeah.
It gets hotter and hotter. The
He
hot
was on
sauce
there?
on it. Yeah.
I ain't never seen that.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's
good.
With that
Yeah, it's
meme with the
Plug.
British dude, the actor, the black actor, but he British or whatever. Idris Elba.
Idris Elba?
Yeah. He was
Oh,
on there,
yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
that shit
He
was
just
hella
over.
funny.
Yeah. So that that show's hilarious. I can get on another
I
topic
can't
there.
eat spicy
but yeah,
food. I can
so
never be on that show.
oh, I love.
I can't eat
Oh,
spicy food.
I can. Yeah. So is that everybody's? Is that everybody's right now? Brian's like, "Psh, I'm listening to Mac Dre.
I might jump in there with you. What we listening to?
I've been listening to like some old school stoner music right now, so
Okay.
I'm really into crazy rap. I know how like inappropriate that song is, but I love it. So yeah, it's dirty rap.
Who?
Colt
Crazy.
45 and 2 zigzags.
Oh.
Baby, that's all we need. We can go to the park.
You talking about Afro Man?
Afro Man, yes.
Yeah,
it's
Afro Man
that's
Code
all we
45.
need.
We was just slapping Afro Man the other day, and I was like, because I was listening because I got high, and then I was like,
That song was
damn, bro,
everything.
like you just think
That song
about
was
music, and you're
everything.
like, when these niggas made it, it's like, did they even think this song's gonna be this lit, bro? Like this shit is monumental,
He was high.
bro.
It's huge.
But it's monumental.
Huge.
That's
Like that described the whole year
No,
for
for
us.
real. But
You
that's
know,
wild though,
yeah.
because it's monumental. You know what I'm saying? That song will never die because
Ever.
weed will never die.
I mean,
so
just
that
like-
song will
just
never
like I
die
got
even
5 on
after
it.
He dies. So it's like,
Absolutely.
Like just like I got 5 on it. That's another time.
Yes,
Let's smoke
bro,
the song.
like,
We implant
what?
that shit into our fucking minds, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
As much as nobody, okay, I can't say nobody, but like I didn't like it when I
Yeah.
first came out. I was still young. I was
Yeah,
hella
like,
young.
it's
I know
just a
you was
song.
dumbass young, but
I was about to say, I'm thinking actually like, wait.
Song, bro,
Yeah.
like-
but no, but
like
for real, man.
7.
Like after like the third or fourth time, because like,
yeah,
da,
that's
da, 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 you
And
like,
see-
fuck it, nigga.
Okay, imagine you guys may have now been in an environment where it's a lot of people, but imagine being at a college frat party with that playing.
came out?
Oh,
They
And
still play that
everybody's
now.
singing
what
that. I know,
feel
but I'm just saying,
Don't
like when it
play
was out,
beats off
I
it.
just said that. It's okay. No, but it was
When
just
it's fresh,
being
though.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what
So,
you're saying.
but that's kind of how and why I put music and cannabis together. So how we just
Well, it
mention a
does,
song
like,
and it
music-
invokes that that feeling of nostalgia,
definitely
or it just takes you back there. Which
was
is why
better
so
than
many
that.
artists of the greatest of musicians of our time. They have songs about cannabis. They, were not shy about the fact that they use cannabis, in their creation and their creative process. So,
Well,
this
that's
is a good
that's
thing.
what I don't know if y'all be watching like ASAP Science or nothing like that, but like that's what they said. Like ASAP Science, like it's like an animated, not animated, but they animate. And they teach you about your brain on drugs. You feel me? Like, or anything, your brain on anything, really. And it's basically saying, like, I used to watch this shit when I was like 14. You feel me? And it was just basically saying, like, weed just releases like creative shit, like shit you wouldn't think about. Normally.
yeah.
Basically shit everybody already know, but it's explained scientifically, so it makes sense. And then it lets you know that weed's not connected to your spine, so you can never get paralyzed or die from it.
Which
So
is
stuff
like
like that. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that just goes back to everything happens for a reason, and you just start thinking about it. Then you start thinking about hemp and just how hemp would just save the world.
Just
and then
change
you just
the
start going
world,
in, bro.
right?
And then you start talking to people who
Change
think
the
they know what the
world,
fuck
bro.
they talking about. My sister used to always tell me weed kill my brain cells, and then I found out it's actually prescription drugs that kill your brain cells.
Right.
So it's
Say
like,
that again,
whoa, like, you know what
prescription
I'm saying?
drugs. I
It's
like
what
that,
are you
yes.
talking about?
I don't know if we can get on that stuff. Ooh.
That shit's
No,
wild.
it's part of the
Hey,
reason that
They
I
cut this whole show off.
No,
They-
for real.
Oh no! Right now, right.
And
Google
Beyonce
Flash.
just finna bust through the
farms-
windows in
farms
this bitch.
weird?
Just coming
They
in.
like, hey, bro,
Look.
they let you talk about some farms out in the woods, but
No,
don't
for
talk
real.
about the farms.
Yeah,
the
no, for real, the
cuticles,
farm-
you know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's gonna be like,
Well,
like,
that's something that
cuticles.
pisses me off is that they're now trying to jump into it. Of course, something that you guys have
good
known,
mix.
like everybody else has known
Yeah.
for decades. Now you guys, now that it's legal, it's like, oh well, let's go ahead and come out with our own.
Yeah.
Like no,
Oh hell no, I ain't buying no
out the
weed from
basement
Walgreens.
with
You
Right,
tweaking.
right.
Hell no.
going to the
hell
pharmacy
no.
and being like, can I get that strain right there? I have a
no,
headache.
hell
I don't
no.
want that. Because you don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
We can get into my
they
whole
come out-
conspiracy mind, how they could be
they
tracking
coming out
and what
the-
they're
they
doing.
coming out
And,
the
yeah.
bunkers niggas with cash and money ready to fund into this shit. Like, oh, nigga,
Got
this all
weed,
the money we
cigarettes,
been
and
stealing
liquor
from these
stores
niggas.
and
Yeah,
shit.
right.
Come on, bring that shit back.
Like,
Just reinvest now.
No, it's reinvested, right? No, for real.
Bring
Like,
Uncle Tommy, hey,
No,
you
for
guys,
real.
yeah, let's do this.
you know that
Yes.
weed you stole? Like, let's go
I'm
bring
telling
that back
you,
in
bro,
here.
They got bricks. All right.
Crazy.
Right, but,
Yes. No, I like this
No, but
conversation.
weed
That's
and
the
weed
mix,
and
mix.
weed and music has definitely gone hand in hand for surely. You know what I'm saying? Like you like bro, like I just listen to all types of music and I make music and stuff. So that's really just what I've been focusing on, like the music I've been making. I got a beat machine, so I've been fucking with that, practicing on that. It's
Nice.
fun. You know what I'm saying? But
My
yeah,
youngest son, he wants to he need to talk to you then because he
Big
is
flex.
that boy.
yeah.
I mean, in the car every morning he be in the back
Yeah.
seat. The 8-year-old, I
That's
saw
what
him, the
it
one that has no
is.
teeth right here.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna have to have him. Yeah,
It
he.
look like-
t-shirt
it look like
designer.
he getting it from you, cause
The t-shirt
Hey,
designer.
right now.
Hey,
You
yes,
got
the
your
entrepreneur.
rhythm.
Oh, I have to keep it together. I got, I have an 11 and 8-year-old, boys, and then my oldest is 22. And it's a mindset though. It keeps you young. I'm not telling y'all exactly. Do math if you want to, but
It's real.
yeah, no. So it's a beautiful thing to be sitting here right now and I feel like I have 9 bazillion things running through my mind as what the questions I want to pose and what I want to talk about. But I do want to give each one of you an opportunity. I know that especially I kind of want to show and highlight a little bit about Month Leaf and the boxes and kind of maybe some of the things that they have in there.
Super.
I don't know if you want to unveil the
Oh.
December box.
Yes,
We got
well,
the
let's
December
do
box?
that.
We got-
I get that.
Not,
Let me do
but
the- let's do the
disclaimer,
December box.
not all of our customers have received it yet because some of them want it delivered on the weekend. So if you are a customer, please do not watch this.
But would you like to share a very well-known individual that has received a box and posted it today?
Oh yeah, Nagayo. He was a writer for the News Interview, and he has a Netflix show, or he was a judge on a Netflix
Yes,
show.
yes.
He received his box and he posted about it on social media today, which is pretty exciting.
That's beautiful.
And he's
Yes.
huge. He's a very and you know what? I'll kind of add that in and make him our Ganja Game Changer of the Week, actually, being that we're talking about him. He is, if you guys don't know, I'll make sure that the information, his name and all that is within, the video and on the post, but very influential individual within Northern California, the Sacramento area with, Prop 215 and, kind of being one of the people that are around still that helped to create this kind of Sacramento cannabis community. Like you said, he is on the Cooking with Cannabis or something show. That's Cooking While High on Netflix. He's a judge on there. He's also a comedian. He's also a comedian, so you'll see him out and about sometimes. And if you ever see him, so shout out. Yes. So shout out. I'm sorry, sir. What'd you say? Farm to Spark. There you go. Love it. My producer over there throwing stuff out. So, okay.
Oh, they was mad as hell when I changed it from city to trailer.
I did. We did. That's me. Yeah, can you help me here because I'm having a hard time? There we go. It is not childproof. It looks like. Yeah, because we're city of trees. Look, I grew up out here.
I'm from Sacramento, bro, but
I grew up out here, so I know.
Hold on. This is fucked up. That's fucked up. I don't know why and who. Nigga,
That's me.
I came from Southern California. I just gonna, like I said probably earlier, but like literally coming up to I-5, one of the first memories I ever had of fucking Sacramento is passing that water tower.
Yep.
And saying City of Trees, and then you like everywhere you look and it's just like, God damn, it's hella trees.
Yes.
It's hella trees. Like I literally had to like, it's funny because I use this as a reasoning for me actually moving up here was like, damn, because in SoCal it's desert. It's a lot of dirt. It's a lot of it's open.
Valley.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's
That's why it's so
valley.
damn
But,
hot.
I came up here. I'm like, fuck, nigga, all this oxygen.
People say that, bro.
It's beautiful.
Well, that's why some
would
people come
anybody
here though.
be mad? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
some
Nah,
people
but it
come
was
here
just
though,
like
and they have
fresh,
crazy
bro.
bad allergies. So on the flip side, for you coming from SoCal, it's like much cleaner air and whatnot. But all the trees definitely affect some people in different ways. But that's definitely city of trees. But I was, we were kind of sitting around talking about it one day, and we were like, how they name us the Farm to Fork, place, like all the. I know we have a lot of farms and things around here, and we have, the cuisine and whatnot. But I was like, how you gonna change it from City of Trees? So we decided.
Because of the teenagers, Twitter and shit, like people got mad. They was like, "Oh, we're City and Trees."
Yeah, because
The teenagers.
Once it took it to the I guess they're using it as marijuana or thinking it was marijuana, but literally, you are the city of fucking trees.
Yes.
You are the city of trees, like bro, like.
Yes.
Why would you change it? You know what I mean? Like the wording of it might have changed, or the perspective of your thought might have changed on the word, but literally, like it was still what it was meant to be. City of trees.
Yes, and you know what? And we're going to keep that going. And that's why it's important to me as well that Sacramento and our cannabis community, we need to catch up to SoCal and to the Bay Area. We need to have a members-only lounge. We need to have, some place that people can get together and it's strictly for cannabis.
Starting to come out here, Trap Artists?
I've seen it. Are they?
Yeah, they're coming out here. They're starting to come out here and Stockton.
Oh, nice. I'm happy. Thank you. I'm very happy about that. Yeah.
So my homie,
like that.
Yums Awkward, you feel me? Shout out my homie Yums. But he's from North Carolina, you feel me? And I was like, why'd you come to Sac? Like, cause he's an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, why'd you come to Sac? And he was saying, like, since like, Mozzie's big and there's more little big artists coming out of Sacramento is the place to look at right now.
Yeah.
You feel me? Sacramento's they have to go to one center. Like, Sacramento is starting to be the place. So like, they saying if you want to start blowing up and you kind of small or whatever, come to Sacramento because it's small, it's cheap,
affordable. Yeah.
People are cool here, bro. I don't give a fuck. So I'm from the Bay Area. You feel me? Well, I'm from Hercules. You know what I'm saying? That's like right next to Vallejo. But hey, so he gets it.
Family in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, so y'all get it.
Yep.
But yeah,
Every shout out any more Bay Area people? No.
Austin from Castro Valley. No. So the Bay Area, like, it's cool. Like when people meet up, it's just people want to look too cool. Like everybody want to chill, look like they don't care or whatever, but they do. But they want to act like they don't. But like when we come out here, like everybody hella cool. I remember meeting.
It's super diverse like that way.
Brienne. Okay, I gotta. You feel me? We are high. Bro, there's some good weed. She gave me some weed out her box. I ain't even gonna lie, some good weed. But yeah, like people were just cool, bro. Like, and then you could just meet people. And I met Tiff. She was cool. She had people in the front. They was just cool. Like everybody was just cool. So then we was literally just talking about this. Me and my homie also was talking about this last night. Driving back up here, he was saying like people in Sac just want to come together because it be dry out here. Every time somebody talk about Sac, they be like, "Oh, it's so dry." But when people come together, they're like, "Oh, since it's so dry, we're gonna get it lit because we ain't doing nothing else."
Yeah,
so that's amazing. So like, you feel me?
And the
like,
scene is changing. I can say for being here for my entire life. We moved here when I was born here, moved back to the Bay, moved back here when I was 9.
Yeah.
to Elk Grove. So, I was one of a few black people. It was like all of us were right here. But so
Carmichael, people say the same thing.
yeah, Carmichael's very much, but now it's just much more diverse. And with the creation, having the Golden One Center and all the nightlife that's being brought back, because I can tell you some time ago, Old Sac was the spot. Old Sac is where you go when your grandma and somebody else comes into town and you want to go walk around somewhere and maybe have some ice cream or go to Joe's Crab Shack. Like that's where you go now, but before that's where you went during the day. That's where the clubs were. So it's nice to see that growth. So with that, we're getting more arts. We're getting more places for music venues. We're getting spots that there's something happening every single night of the week in Sacramento now. No matter what, if you want to be bougie and pop bottles, or if you want to just be around cool, but there's always something. There's trivia nights. There's meetups, beer groups. There's a big movement right now. What I love to see is entrepreneurship. So there's a lot of groups, and especially millennials and maybe Gen Xers that are putting groups together and being able to collaborate. Collaboration is key, you guys. Like you have to be able to create a network. You have to. Yeah. So we're here. We'll get back to this because this is awesome. We keep talking. What we do, So what I have to say first and foremost is you have some beautiful infographics in here. Okay. Something that describes the terps, which is great because a lot of people don't understand exactly what terps are. Terpenes. People say it differently. Yes, yes. So a lot of people don't understand, and it's really good. It's really good to understand what it is.
Essential oils that the cannabis produces. So
Actually,
how,
yes.
Yeah, so how lavender and oranges and stuff, all those scents, that is produced in cannabis, and the different so some cannabis will smell like a skunk, some cannabis will smell like lemons, and
some be peppery.
And actually is what is affecting. Yes, it's actually what's affecting your high, which is really interesting because for the most part we always thought it just was indica and sativa, and now we're learning it's so much more.
Yes.
CBAs and CBD.
Yes. Oh, and I'm definitely going to be talking about that right after the first of the year. Going to be talking about all the different compounds, of cannabis and the ones that we've identified now and what how you want to use them. So for someone like myself who, maybe living or MS is living with them, multiple sclerosis, having a combination of CBD with THCA is really good. Or CBN and, a higher THC. So you kind of learn based on what ailment or whatever you're trying to, feel better and improve, whatever wellness you're trying to improve about yourself. It's really good to know about, all that and to know, because terps definitely help in that as well. So there's a couple good little infographics. That's the first thing here. Everything's put together so neat.
Shout out right now. Shout out to whoever came up with y'all designs because that box looked like it's $30 right there.
Well, thank you.
Not what's inside the box.
Yes.
Just the box.
Shine right there. This is definitely a keeper. This is what you can put your stuff in.
The material is good. I will hold on to this. Some people hold on to their shoe boxes.
Yes. It's a permanent shoe box.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, something like that.
Cat can sleep in it.
Your cats.
You can keep your weed in there.
You can re-gift it, wrap it up. Like old ladies do, and they always keep boxes and stuff.
Make a great gift.
You think you got some perfume and it's a coffee mug. Just do that.
Take it to work.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
So this is the holiday box.
Yes. So that's our holiday gift. My family is a family of consumers. My mom, my boyfriend, and I, we all consume. And we'll set up this.
Her mom is awesome, by the way.
Yes.
Hi, Mom.
So our family tradition is making cookies around the holidays. So we gave a recipe to make weed cookies for the holidays. And then
so that's a recipe?
There's a recipe card. We gave a cookie cutter, sprinkles, and then the extra eighth is on us. And that's to make.
Nice.
It's on us to make the butter. Unfortunately, a lot of our partner dispensaries don't carry butter just because with the delivery service, it'll have to sit in their car and then it's not going to stay well. So it's a do-yourself butter.
That's my box. You want to take my box? How you going to come and take
you can have it.
What?
It's sprinkles. It's a cookie cutter. Recipe card.
I said this earlier. We was literally sitting on my porch tweaking. I was like, I need a board because that's how I started to make the brookie things. Because I just bought hella cake mix today because I'm like, the stuff. So I make brownies, brookies, regular brookies, chocolate chip peanut butter, red velvet, snickerdoodle cookies, gummy bears, gummy worms, lollipops, and then fruity pebble treats. And then so it's just starting to become stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Just these I just make this. You know what I'm saying? I just make this. This is all I make. And I make vegan treats too, and I make regular treats.
Nice.
But
Very
it's
important.
still the same. Like it's all the same. So it just I got irritated. So I just started buying hella random cake mixes and just stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely need something like this because I was like, I'm gonna make red velvet cupcakes and put green frosting on top, and then you feel these little red sprinkles. Just
Look at that.
Cookie
Look at
cutter,
that.
so you can do many things
Cookie
with
cutter,
it.
yes.
Yes.
So yes, you can have that out of
Yes,
what I believe was
absolutely.
my box.
Look, I'll
Sure.
trade you this. I'll trade you this.
It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. It's good. It's all
I'll
love.
trade you that for
So yes,
pajamas.
and now this is being added, but no. So we'll we have a couple of pre-rolls here.
I'm so
One of my
fucking high
favorites. My
So you want to
favorite
smoke
here.
another one?
Lowell,
Very-
mango brulee.
High as fuck.
Oh, and then we have what is this? AF the
That's the company.
fire.
Yeah,
Yes.
Fire is AF.
Yeah.
Fire, yeah.
They had that
flower
billboard
pre-roll.
for a long time.
Nice. That's
fire.
yeah.
That's fire.
I remember somebody was trying to tell me that this guy was Stevie Wonder. And I was like, no, that is not. I don't remember where we were, and they were arguing with me that this was Stevie Wonder. And I was like, it absolutely is not. Why was Stevie Wonder like,
Have you guys heard of the rumor that Stevie Wonder isn't blind?
yes.
his eyes on
Yes.
YouTube.
have you heard
Yes.
of the
Blind.
conspiracy
He's not-
theory?
He's not blind.
He said it like seriously, like he knew, like he talked to Stevie yesterday.
I just-
Like,
I was reading an interview and they interviewed
I've heard
one
that.
guy and he was like, I sold Stevie Wonder TVs. Like, he can't be blind.
He was trying to be funny.
That is funny though.
He was trying to be funny.
somebody told me, who was it that said that they let him drive? A comedian or Deion Cole? Was it Deion Cole?
No, not.
Somebody said, yeah, somebody had, and it was like, no, I'm serious. I let him drive. Like, and so that kind of was in that same, I'd call that like a urban legend, urban myth.
Not with a DJ. A comic can't say that and like be believable. I guess.
Yeah.
100%. It's kind of.
True. But sometimes they're real good, real
They
believable.
could. Nah, he,
Real believable.
Joke. This is like, nah, this one time Stevie Wonder, he's like, nah, that's not a joke. I'm getting to the joke. He was dead serious and he let Stevie Wonder drive his car.
Yeah, like dead serious. Yeah.
There's
So,
a recording of him catching a falling mic. I don't know if that supports the case or not.
I mean, I would think that if he has held it up for all these years,
He knew it was about to
Yeah.
fall.
because he started singing when he was like 13, 12 or 13. So that would be crazy. I mean, it wouldn't make him any less of a genius, like,
No,
but
it doesn't, but nah, it's-
since he was like, I want to say 11 or 12, I watch a lot of like behind the music
can
and
see-
stuff like that.
Still, he might be able
To
to
see a
actually
little bit,
see, but
yeah.
He might just his vision is
Yeah.
just so fucked up. Maybe it's just his eyes. He don't like
Look,
how
He
look
could
he
at
can
his
shadows or
look,
something.
he can
That
see
nigga
women
shit be hella
because he
cocky
got
and
hella
shit,
kids
you
and
know what
stuff.
I'm saying?
Blue. His eyes are
That
blue,
nigga
bro,
got
and he'll
two
stare
niggas.
straight
Yeah.
at you, bro. Like I
Yeah.
they
He was
showed it.
he was freaked out on BT
That
once.
shit
You
was scary, bro. Like
freaked out.
word,
Like, put your
that
glasses
shit
back
was
on.
word.
Like,
Like that shit was wild.
Like-
Like,
you know, the average blind person is gonna hit niggas with the stick as they walking by. They tapping all the way to the
People walk
piano
Stevie
or
Wonder
whatever.
Yeah.
everywhere. He always got somebody.
That just reminded me of John Witherspoon on Soul Plane. When you said when you said he was walking with that, that was hilarious on Soul Plane. I don't care what anybody says. Hilarious, okay? Look where Kevin Hart is now. Everybody was hating on him. But yes, so okay, we keep going. We're gonna get through it. All right, so we have the free eighth here, and this is
Free eighth,
Pacific Stone, the eighth that's on the month leaf. This for the holiday
This
box.
was also in the box.
Yes.
We smoked part of it.
Oh, perfect. This is really good. This is when I see this, when I work in the different dispensaries and I'm doing brand education and they have it, I make sure to get it. I don't care how much I have at home. I make sure. It's pretty good brand there for an eighth. And it looks like we have a pen.
Yes.
Oh.
There's also a lighter. There's a disposable. Oh, this one is the cartridge, but there's also a disposable in there.
Okay.
A lot of people
nice.
like the disposable more just because they don't have to charge it.
Yes.
They're done with it once it's empty.
Yes. Very nice. And I just actually learned about this brand the other day. I was told, yes, because we're going on a cruise and they're like, no flour, even though we're going to Jamaica. So I plan on getting some somewhere.
Jamaica is mad illegal. Like,
Oh yeah, I know. But where we're going, I know it's gonna be good. So I'm gonna get a little bit, a little bit to be, but anywho.
it's a vape, bro.
For
It's a
all
vape.
the way there, I need some really strong, waxy type, pen. Really good, really good one. Hubby doesn't like too many. He doesn't like cartridges too much, so it has to be like very strong.
Like they cool and all, but like I can't keep hitting plastic all day, bro. So
I just got.
It's gonna be hard.
Because
It's gonna be hard.
I was listening to you earlier, but so are you partner with everybody that you get your product from, or are you?
I partner with the dispensaries, and the dispensaries are the ones
give you the product to put
That's
in your
wild.
box.
Yes.
So is that like more than third party? That sounds more than like third party.
That's because
I guess I'm a third party. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Kinda
like the sales
intermediary.
actually happening with the dispensary, so we're just the third party that like is facilitating the sale, making the sale happen.
You're part of the supply chain in a
Yes.
way. Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so that's
We're a
fine.
marketing like platform for the dispensaries. We
That's
offer
fine.
like a way for them to like get
But
their
it's
name
in
out there.
your name.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's like somebody. That's like you get a house in
with
somebody else's
That's hella
name.
dope because really like.
Hey, rent this car for me.
Like she's not taking any risk of actually doing any product or anything.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
the
like-
nice thing.
That's what
Yeah,
she
that's-
was telling me outside.
that's
Yeah,
fucking
beautiful.
dope,
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
we're getting ready to launch our hemp brands.
I was just gonna say,
yeah, so we're
yes.
gonna have like the daily and monthly version for hemp, and like that's what we have to look at now is inventory, because like we are gonna like hold inventory. So it's what is gonna go bad, what is gonna sell, like what can we do, and so like I just admire both of you because like you guys have to take that risk. It's amazing.
Bro, I didn't made hella nasty brownies and brickies. I didn't have stuff mold on me. That's how I figured out my gummies come. I didn't even know that could mold. I didn't have a lot of stuff happen to me. Yeah. So it's
So
wild,
keep it that
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Keep it that
Oh,
way.
yeah,
And
nah,
you have
yeah.
such like I said, I think you have. Even if you're going into a market where there's other items like this, you have something that will set you apart, and that's your personality. That is the kind of brand that like you're creating for yourself. And when people, and I feel this from you, when you feel the passion behind it, and you feel like it's really something that they truly feel deep down in their soul that they're meant to do, that resonates as well, with an audience. So I think that you're gonna have awesome things happening and success. And I'm gonna love being able, when I'm on my own channel, I'm on my Oprah status as far as the network
Big
stuff,
special
my little
guest you
Tyler
did
Perry
on
stuff.
everything.
I'm gonna have everybody back.
I'm
We're
trying
gonna
to
everybody
get
be
to
on
Big
big
shout
levels.
out, Wild
Yes.
Jones,
Big
right
levels.
now.
Yes,
big
thank
shout
you.
Out, big
Shout
shout
out.
out.
Yes.
Hey, the
For
podcast network. Let's get it.
It's
It is.
wild.
Yes.
Wow.
It is
Better
awesome
tag.
being a part of the family. It is awesome being part of the family. So this is all so awesome. Everything that you have here. Where can people get it delivered right now? What areas in California?
It's most of Northern California, Sacramento, the suburbs around Sacramento. I'm not gonna name all of them because I can't remember
Yeah,
all
so
of them.
The greater Sacramento area.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bam.
If you enter in your zip code,
That's it.
Said
Just,
it for me. Perfect.
Just cover the whole shit.
If you enter in your zip code onto monthleaf.com, it will actually tell you if they deliver or not. We deliver in the Bay Area all the way down to San Jose. So we have quite a large delivery range right now, and then we're expanding right now. We're going to expand all throughout California. We're looking at Illinois. We're looking at Michigan.
Awesome.
We're
What about Nevada? You thought about Nevada or
it's
Oregon?
the delivery laws that are difficult for a couple of the states because we're a delivery-based business.
Okay.
So we're trying to work with the states that have the delivery laws. already
I know
set up.
Oregon does, and because when we were there, we were in Portland. I knew all about it. I'd done all my research. I found out two things about Portland. One, it has more strip clubs than any other city in the United States. Oh my gosh, they like 160 something,
I don't even
170.
like going to
Like what?
Isn't it
Everybody
rain
went.
there a lot?
But
Like it makes sense.
it was freezing. Like their cold was much. Yeah, you need something to do indoors,
Yeah.
right? And then they have like just an
go outside.
extra amount of cannabis right now. So
Oh yeah, no. This
and their
one girl was
prices are
telling me-
crazy,
This one girl was telling me
crazy.
it's like $50 zips because it's so much.
Oh,
They've grown
I mean,
so much. That shit
yeah.
was wild,
We were on the, I was looking at the menu and I was like, babe, they have a quarter and the quarter was $10.
Yeah.
He was like, trash. And I was like, babe,
Nah,
I
it's
said the
some
review said it was
fire.
good. He's like, it's $10, whatever. We were so stuck.
Oh, y'all are
we were
those.
so stuck. So
Y'all are
we got
those.
we got some other too. And we got others too.
Club. If
Hey,
you
no,
don't get
for
$10
real.
from the club, it's gonna be trash.
Yeah, no, for real.
It's hard shit burn.
Yeah.
It was fire. Like we had to do
That's
the
in
whole
life. You just get what you pay for. Like,
But it was good. I
nah,
mean,
you do get the deal.
I spent probably about $60 over the week there, and we
Gotta
had
get-
about an ounce
Yeah.
between, because I just kept getting smaller amounts.
That's
But
not
as far as the
good.
delivery, that we had to, they don't deliver to anything that's not a home address, which I think it is the same here, right?
It's actually
Like you can't deliver to a hotel
You can
or
deliver. It says that you can deliver anywhere as long as it's not state property, so like the parks and stuff like that, or city property.
Yeah, there,
But
you
a
know.
lot of the dispensaries won't do it. They will only deliver to homes.
Yeah.
Because like there's just so many robberies.
well,
right now.
safety
It's
issue, of course.
crazy.
Yeah, safety. I could imagine at a hotel because anybody could just be sitting there
Yes.
dipping out and doing all that. So, but yeah, I do know. So maybe Oregon as well.
All right. I'll look into that.
So that's what I do. So I'm hearing the lovely sound of a bag opening over here.
lovely sound of a
And
bag.
I got high and I got the munchies, so I'm like,
The lovely
It's
sound
so
of a
good.
bag opening on
Yes,
the side of us.
yes, I like
It's
that.
Quiet Storm.
He did sound like you're about to introduce a Freddie Jackson or
Yeah,
a new
it's
edition.
on the cookie
It is
monsters.
so good, you guys. Let me
I
tell.
was
So
scared
I've
to
talked
try
about
it.
it.
I'm
You
gonna
guys
try
have,
some
I
new
know my fans are watching. No,
Shout out to your
my
fans.
subscribers and everything, and my family out there.
the
And I've talked
left,
about you
right,
guys
right, left.
a couple of times. Definitely talking about how when you came to the women's event. And I was saying how those women, before you even opened your mouth, were like, "You take credit card." Like all he had to do was stand there with every woman in there. I was like, "Y'all okay? Like, y'all all right?" So he did very well that day, very well. But I remember everybody just kind of the meeting ended up being over very quickly. You all right over there?
No, yeah, I was just trying to cut this.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
I didn't hurt
Because it's
myself.
gonna be in camera.
I'm so
I was
scared
saying,
right now.
I
I'm so scared.
and we're scissor hands and
was
shit.
saying, I didn't hit myself. I hit the mic. I said,
Right? Every time they've been at my events, people open them. The events are shut down. Then people are just doing nothing but standing around, sitting around, eating and enjoying the popcorn. You guys, it's excellent. I do want to get like a close-up, kind of a closer shot showing everybody. This isn't like regular small kernels. One thing I really noticed is
you
that
do make regular
it's
corn,
evenly
though.
sized. Yes, and he makes unmedicated as well. But they're evenly sized, like.
That's the
I like that. The ones that are supposed to be smaller are smaller on purpose. The kernels that are supposed to be bigger,
That
they
ain't your
are.
regular carnival corn. You did.
Yeah, really good. I don't know how well you guys can see there.
I don't know if you guys noticed too.
Delish.
The bag is filled the whole entire way.
Yes.
I don't know if
No,
it
it is.
pisses you guys off when you go to the grocery store and the bag is always like halfway filled.
Yeah, I was like,
Especially with anything,
not trying
you gotta
That
mix
was
a couple
perfect.
things.
Yes.
You gotta just like,
I'm taking mine home, so let me, can I ask you before we go? So good, and I'm not gonna keep. Well,
he like, she gonna feed me this shit later.
yeah, and my boys are like,
Hey, bro,
I definitely need
hold on.
one, Mom.
all right, hold on.
So-
Well, fuck it, we just gonna do this too. Cause
Real good.
I gotta let you try this one. Do you do spice at all,
I
bro?
can't eat spicy at all.
You like my
I can't eat spicy
Can't
at
do
all.
spice? Did you do
At
spice?
all.
at
Yeah, at least spicy.
so
I can't eat
good.
spicy at all. I'll try over that.
The hotter the better.
But I can't eat spicy at
Bro,
all.
telling you don't want to miss out on this one, bro.
I can't. I'm telling you.
He was like,
Yeah, see, I
I'm like, oh
can't.
shit, lawsuit.
I ain't trying to. I ain't gonna sue you, but I ain't
Nah,
trying to
just like
embarrass
with you,
myself
bro.
now.
Just like,
Like, yeah, we still on camera. Nah.
So a couple things I want
check
to talk
this
about
out,
and see
though.
if you guys know about being that,
That's
we're
fire.
all in the industry and, it's very important to
camera.
keep up with what's going on in other states and what's going on in the industry as a whole. So I don't know if you guys heard about
That's good.
Michigan and what's going on there. Um,
All right.
and the, ooh, I like that. I like it. I was going to go blue today too. Bless you, bless you. So yes, has anybody heard about Michigan and them they're being legal, right?
Just
They're
now
going-
I did. Yeah, shout out to you.
Yes. So it's another state that, and you just mentioned working with Michigan, right? Or
Yes, I'm
Okay.
actually from Canada, but we've lived in Michigan for a while. I lived in Illinois for a while. I lived in Chicago, so that's why we were looking at those two
Okay.
states.
Okay.
I love meeting people from out of state. But you from out the country.
Yeah, that is true.
She's from Drakeland.
Better.
Drakeland. You don't like Drake
Drakeland.
either?
I fuck with Drake.
Oh, okay. Oh, but no,
I'm
you
not a
sound like my
huge
son.
What, Drake-
fan,
Draco?
but
I love
I
Drake.
fuck with
Draco?
Drake. Like, yeah, like,
I love
his music's
him.
emotional. I like it.
So
I like
good.
music I like music
So
that
good.
make my soul cry.
So last week I asked, what
hold on.
the album of the decade, and my album of the decade is Take Care. Like that is just.
That shit, over my
Now talking
dead
about
body,
emotional.
favorite
Oh my
song.
god, so good. Okay, but yeah.
I was
So
gonna say some music to make your soul cry. We
What's
touched
that?
on it earlier. That whole little B2K thing.
oh yes,
never started talking
yeah, we're gonna talk about that. That's coming
There you
up.
go. We coming up on it. I
That's
was
coming
like,
up next. But
Ain't
yeah,
that like
so
Love and
Michigan
Hip
and it's
We like
being
that.
recreational, and they kind of follow. Every city is following the state law within where it's legal. instead of every jurisdiction being able to kind of create their own. So how do you kind of feel about that, especially as a business and a burgeoning business within the industry, knowing that at any point in time, if the state decides, if the state decides to do something, then you guys have to on a pinpoint.
I missed half what you said. Man.
Just having to follow the rules, like each city. So we're in Sacramento County, the city has to follow the rules of the state as far as cannabis being legalized. When there's other laws or stipulations that are created and that are followed, each county can make their own. They don't have to follow whatever the state determines. But on this, it is.
My mom always be talking about this because she's from San Francisco. She's like, I just love San Francisco. We're our own city and county. We ain't got to worry because she's staying in Oakland now, so it's Alameda County. So she's like, we ain't got to worry about Dublin. We ain't got to worry about San Leandro. We ain't got to worry about
anything they do. Yeah.
All the bullshit. But I get what you're saying.
So is it scary? I know for you, like you're saying, like it hasn't affected, your business and hopefully will not.
I feel like I don't like that cities can opt out. I don't like that counties can opt out because I feel like it's a missed opportunity. Like we've seen it with guns, we've seen it with everything else. That if you ban it in one area, but it's available in another area, everyone's just gonna go to where it's available. So I think banning it isn't it's not gonna help your community because you could collect taxes on it and do stuff for the community.
I remember when weed became legal and that shit made like $100-some million first day or something.
Yes, exactly. Oh, Michigan, their sales yesterday were crazy.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Michigan
The whole state?
became legal yesterday. Yes.
The whole
I believe.
Detroit going crazy right now.
Yeah.
I know there was yeah.
Yeah.
Not Detroit.
What?
Oh, never mind.
Niggas
Wow,
can't have
right?
Nothing.
Not
I
you
know they
guys.
had for a while.
Hey,
Right?
Flint got it though. The water
Man,
messed up.
right.
Trying to get some weed though.
And that's ridiculous because
you
that's
can't
what
drink
can
the
change
water.
our
We're
you
making
got
up to them
cotton
somehow.
mouth. Yeah,
unless you want some brown growth. That's crazy. So that actually, right now, I don't know how to feel on the inside because I feel like
She's
you're
like, we're
trying
not
to
gonna
take.
do
Look,
something.
they're trying to take the opportunity of what I believe cannabis can provide for people of color, which is a way to be able to build a generational wealth and for us to be able to have an opportunity to get into a business sector. One that I've said this before, but it's very true that we've been criminalized for so many years, and now we can have an opportunity to change our lives through it. They're taking an area like Detroit, which would need it. Detroit is just like this rundown city, like it would need it. So that's crazy to me.
Make more artists instead of rappers.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't have the automobile industry, so you would think that they would bring something in.
It's good.
It's fire, right?
Shout
It's
out to
fire.
God.
I can't wait for that banana pudding though. Look. You'll see my Instagram stories later. I'll be talking about it. So let me really quickly before we get into all the bullshit of the can of combos we're gonna talk about here.
More treats.
We are going to talk about some events that are coming up in a couple of upcoming episodes. So I will have a couple of awesome guests. I have an individual, a gentleman who is somebody who really, when I started within the industry, he was one of the first people that I connected with that really, at times when I didn't know that I was projecting a sense of uncertainty and insecurity, that he kind of met that, with an appropriate response and something that kind of helped me move forward and be able to understand how important it was for me to do what I was doing and to continue with the feeling that I had. And he is Chef Matt. I don't know if anybody follows him, but if you don't, you should, at Chef Matt. He is a great guy, and you guys will see some information and posts, coming up about him, but he has a company, CBD Daily Eats and at Ganja Eats. We're going to talk a lot about that. He's not going to be in studio. He's in SoCal. So I'm going to be doing my first little Skype kind of interview there, show you guys I'm multifaceted. And we have a content maker, Tyler Therapy. She's a content maker, and she's really awesome at the way that she does product reviews. She's an artist. She sings and she raps. So she actually makes up not even jingles, but songs that actually slap. They're slappers. So that's coming up. We're going to be taking a break for the holidays, but, we have some awesome guests coming up. I'm going to have a little holiday party, and I'm going to have a local staff from a local dispensary coming on in and kind of sharing, doing a real world of, of being in a dispensary, kind of behind the scenes and talking to them a little bit. Some of my favorite people. So we're going to have them on. I am going to be at a couple of different places in the next couple of weeks as well. So if you guys don't follow me, you need to at the MariJayne Maven, and it's MariJayne Maven, Maven, and I post where I'm going to be doing my demos and doing BOGOs, buy one get one, and things like that. And do you guys have anything to share about any upcoming events that you guys have, or any appearances?
That's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do earlier. So after the Wild Jones event on the 15th, if you guys want to come out to Classy Hippie Tea, that's right there on 3226 Broadway.
Shout out
Hippie
Classy
Life
Hippie Tea.
and Big Visuals. They having Hippie Holidays. It's hosted by Going Goof. The 15th. It starts at 6. Doors open at 6. So it's gonna be lit. I'm gonna be there vending. Probably perform. It's gonna be a lot of performances and stuff like that.
Shout out to Classy Hippie Tea because they're becoming a really good and location for venues, and they accept everybody. They've been having a lot of art events. They've been having music and yoga, health and wellness, beauty. They're a great part of the Oak Park community there, and they've been there for a very long time. Yeah, so great venue spot, but also go be a customer. They have some great products there as well.
Some mad tea, dude.
Yes. Get yourself centered. Yes, burn some sage, smoke some good, indica.
I just to say, we
tea.
had bad spirits in my house yesterday. I burned some sage to my house.
It's always good. It's always good. I like that you have to clear that out. It's a real deal. They didn't do it for centuries and centuries just because it was something to do. So you have anything other than, I will say,
We have some stuff.
We have a couple of events. I was going to say, do we want to share our little
We're
collab?
planning a few things.
Yes. So the MariJayne Maven and monthly, we're going to be doing some events that are going to take place maybe on the weekends or, the evenings. And it's going to be different events where you can, elevate and create or get into your best wellness as well, get into your right mindset. Yes. And it's going to be, for customers, of course, and then, any followers of the MariJayne Maven and anybody else within the cannabis community. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be doing some awesome things, and we'll kind of keep what events, but they're going to be coming. So starting in January. And then I am also going to be doing a nice celebration and coming out party for our sponsor here and my friend. We're going to be doing that in February. It's going to be kind of like she's been open for a while, but kind of like a grand opening thing. So I want everybody from the community, I want everybody to put their best on. It's going to be just about black tie, but we're going to keep it cute, as well, a real adult, and have a good event and celebrate this awesome brand and celebrate, what it is that she's doing for the industry. She's growing as well. She, definitely you can get in contact with her. We'll have her contact information. You can find her on Instagram, but this is somebody who, and I'd love to share this. I've mentioned it on before, but one of the things that when we met, I think it was the first or second time, she shared with me a goal that she has and a vision that she has for Monthleaf. And I feel like my voice is getting all shaky, but this is how awesome it was to me to meet somebody that believes in the equity and the diversity and inclusion within the cannabis industry. So what she kind of wants to talk about, or what a goal of hers is to provide an opportunity for people to get into the cannabis industry through potential partnership, franchising opportunities, and that's a no in the future. I don't, want to share. I know it was a thought of hers, and specifically, she wants to be able to help those that are in the communities that are most disenfranchised and low income and women of color, and helping them, be able to get into the business. And I think that's awesome. I just felt like I believe I did hug her when she told me that. So not only is she providing a great service, like I said, to external and internal customers, but she's in it to help the business and to see other people grow. And like she said, specifically kind of, people of color and other people, of the LGBTQ, transgender community, things like that as well. So I do want to give her a little shout out for that. But
yeah, I'm not here to take anyone out of business. I'm not here to be competition. I'm here just to support. I want to work with everybody. I want to collaborate. I want to make the community stronger.
Yes,
because we've been silenced for so long for everything being against the law. So I just want to work with people. So with small businesses, if they want to throw flyers in our box, they're more than welcome to. Let's reach out to the community together. And so we're trying to do as much as we can to work with people and empower everybody.
That's great. And this is a great service, you guys. Like I said, if you have any anybody that doesn't like to get out of the house, or like you said, dispensaries are very overwhelming. Yes. And sometimes you may not have somebody there, like myself, who would do brand education to go with you and kind of ease that, that feeling of being overwhelmed. So this is something, for my grandma, shout out grandma, mom, I know you're gonna be watching this. We need to get grandma like the CBD box. If you have anybody else, or grandparents and aunt and uncle, anybody else that maybe doesn't want to be out in the forefront but wants to be able to have this service, check her out. Like I said, you'll be able to sponsor, so you'll be able to see her information. I'll be talking about her often, probably every episode. Doing little shout outs. But yeah, so look out for. She does events with Stoned Yoga as well.
Yes.
So
S Yoga with Katie Kearns.
yes, so
I love her classes.
Yeah.
Everyone should definitely go.
Where?
It's at like Hot Pot Studio. You get high.
What day?
great.
No. It's just called Hot Pot Studio.
Yeah.
No. It's she has it like Sunday, Monday, Thursday.
it's it's legit. It's really good.
Yeah,
And
so you get high,
is
you do
awesome.
yoga.
Yeah.
I hated yoga before I tried hers, and the fact that you get high and the fact that she makes it fun, I just love it.
And you get out of your own mind. You get out of
Yes.
do I look silly? Am I doing this right? And it really allows you to hold the poses. It's yoga's so much more than holding the poses. But you have to be connected mentally as well. But then you also have to free and be open to just being in that moment and and listening to what she's saying, and it's awesome. It's an awesome experience. So couples, girlfriends, guys, definitely go. So you have that as well. But any events that you have coming up, sir, Mr. Celebrity over there?
The popcorn celebrity.
I like
that.
Popcorn.
Actually, I do have a couple events, besides just going to be opening up my building for a lot of small events. One of my larger events will be New Year's Eve. We're doing a private event for New Year's Eve with Killer Cali Hip Hop. You already know it's gonna be lit. We got a lot of various artists that's gonna come out, perform. Probably not go too crazy at the door, but like I said, it's invite only. So you're gonna have to know somebody to come in. We're not just letting all the riffraff off the streets.
Yes, right.
It's gonna be a good
Hey,
time.
there has to be some time, and you got to keep people,
Vibe. So
Yes.
yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to. We haven't put together exactly which artist is at the moment, but basically everybody is probably going to be from the local Sacramento area.
So if any is interested, any local artists that are listening or watching and they're interested, can they hit you up for that, or you kind of picking and choosing?
We keeping it open. Like I say, you can always not hashtag, but you could go at Killer Cali Hip Hop with a K, Killer Cali with a K. Hip Hop on Instagram. You can check them out. They, he works with a lot of different local artists. I'm just more so the building promoter slash,
Nice.
I know my own people, but I know we're basically collaborating on this one, so it's gonna be definitely a dope event for everybody.
That sounds like it.
We be in there chilling. We're gonna party.
Nice.
I'll be in there doing my 2-step or 5-step or.
Look, as long as I hear the baby, I'm good. No, and can have some popcorn.
Some bitch shit with some bopping.
Hey, yes. I wish that we could just blast that right now, but I can't pay. Can't pay for that. Yeah. So we are gonna really quick. I could talk to you guys all night, all night long. But I do have my babies in the other room. It is a school night. We're having a good time. But I want to give everybody the opportunity really quickly. We just have to talk about this garbage really quickly, and that is
trash.
Complete trash. The whole Little Fizz and April Jones and Omarion thing. Did you guys hear how he kind of got the got back at them in a way without saying anything? Did you guys hear the latest?
Yeah, I love that shit.
So you hurt someone. You hurt them. You hurt them in their bag. You hurt them in their pockets, and that's exactly what Omarion did.
Kind of I didn't really hear too much. I didn't get into it too much, but I was just seeing it on different posts and everybody Lil Fizz and what is it?
Omarion's girl, yeah.
But then when it finally came down to it, they're like, oh yeah, he's smashing the baby mama, or the
living
wifey.
together and everything with the kids.
I was like, okay, and they're like, yeah, he messed it up for us.
She smashed the homies.
It's such, you know what I'm saying, both ways.
You know what we're talking about?
Honestly.
No idea.
B2K.
I'm trying to nod along and act cool. I'm just hoping you don't call on me. I'm just hoping I can nod along. I'm just hoping I can fly under the radar.
Do you know
right
B2K?
now.
You know who B2K is, right?
B2K?
No, I'm so sorry.
So B2K.
Oh, she's from
Have you
Canada.
seen You Got Served?
She's from Canada, baby.
Have
That's
you seen
why.
You Got Served?
Yes.
That dancing movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the
I am
dude,
following
the,
you.
the dude with the 2 braids, that's Omarion.
Yes.
Okay.
You feel me? And then Lil Fizz was the one with the curly.
The bad
curly-
actor. He had like the 2 lines. He was
Yeah.
like,
He had
"Oh,
curly,
the
his
kid."
Hair, his
Yes,
hair was
yes,
slicked back and he had the
yes.
curly one.
Yeah.
So them 2 right now, B2K was a group back in like the 90s, early 2000s. I think it was early 2000s.
2000s, yeah.
Yeah, early
Yeah.
2000s. And basically, so right now, they old now or whatever. So
Old.
nobody really care about B2K. So they're doing a reunion tour. So they, like high school reunion ass tour and shit. And they old, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, what am I?
they not old in age, but they music wise they old.
They're not relevant. They're not relevant.
Yeah, they not old, but music wise they old. They not the Earth, Wind, and
I was
Fire.
listening to Touch today,
Yeah,
but that's just a
hey,
Marion.
that
I'm not
taught
gonna
me how to
lie.
glide,
I'm
for
bumping.
real. I love that.
Touch. I was
I used to glide to that.
today, yes.
Nah, but basically, so Lil Fizz is with Omarion baby mama living at their house with their kids, and they did an interview, and Omarion basically just act like he didn't care.
It's, if they're in
And
love,
then on
it's
Lil-
good. And
yeah,
just
he's
as
like
good.
he just didn't care, and then on Lil Fizz's birthday, he dropped a reunion tour without B2K.
Without them, he's
So
headlining.
the first
and
one was with
Bow
B2K.
Wow.
The first one was
Yeah.
with B2K
They
and
did
hella other
huge,
artists like
yeah.
Mario, all the
Yeah.
early 2000 artists, but now it's just on Marion and Bow Wow. So that's it's all
that's
petty.
his response, and
It's
I was
all
like,
petty.
"Oh, look,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's
I
hella
saw it,
petty.
and I was like,
Yeah.
applause." I like it. Like,
'Cause I don't think like that nigga
That's
Marion
hilarious.
he was cool. Like I'm not saying B2K was even that much better. I'm not hating on either one of them. They all made
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
They was also both successful. But honestly, like I think it still would have been a better tour with B2K.
I mean,
he
what
did
the one that they did was huge. The one that they did, I
like-
watched.
But he
Yeah.
had some songs by itself that he
Oh,
could
yeah.
that he could slap
Like Heart-
by
like
himself,
Heart-
you know
like
what I'm
I-
saying?
like
That is
that.
true,
Icebox,
but-
man, hard.
Nah,
Man.
but
But
for real.
he came up.
That's
he
why
came
the
up.
interview was
He
so
came
chill
up
because
from-
that's
he was
why
the
I
star,
said that
though.
was
He
something,
was the star of the
that's
group.
something I would
But he just
do.
came up with B2K.
But look,
Oh, yeah,
That was,
look.
that's the start. Like you cannot.
But so did
Look,
Bobby Brown
he
came up
pro-
with New Edition.
he proved it.
Like Michael
Look.
Jackson came up with the Jackson 5. Like nobody cared. Like, what the fuck? Like, nobody cared. Like what the fuck? Pleasure Breeze tried to do the same thing. Pretty Ricky.
Oh God, that's horrible. Yes,
And
Actually,
they
he's
on the
going on tour. Yes,
They on tour.
going on
yeah.
tour.
They Pretty Ricky
Yeah.
on tour. Like
So,
nobody cares.
That's gonna be crazy. And then look, I know a lot of people that were juiced and brought out their baby fat and brought out their they had some juicy
They shopping
couture
in the
on
thrift store.
and went to the concert in full B2K-esque area clothing and stuff like. So it's there's money there. So I'm not mad at him. Little Fizz just gonna have to keep up with Love and Hip Hop, to keep the checks coming in, and and it is what
I
it is.
do
So
got a real story I have to tell though. This is the real story.
You went to the store?
No, not real story. Yeah. When I used to go to teen night when I was younger, I was probably like 15 at the time. So we used to go to the Rocks in Riverside in Southern California. That's the name of it. And almost every Friday, and literally B2K when they came to perform there that night, I still remember that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's
But
clear.
Wow.
it wasn't. We wasn't excited. We didn't know who he was.
Who
Just
they were.
like
Yeah.
B2K, some upcoming group. The
Some
fucking
boy
dad,
band,
The
some-
manager asked my sister if she wanted to go on stage, to kind of dance.
Yeah,
We was
yeah,
all young. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And
That's why they were at a
or
teen
young
club.
enough. My sister's
That's
older
really
than me.
what
But
it be like.
long story short, once again, it was I didn't know who they were.
And then they blew up.
They didn't excite nobody, but they did their little thing on stage. We finished dancing, whatever, and then literally a week or two later, and it's everything on that bump
Just
bump,
blew up.
bump,
Oh,
bump,
yeah, that
bump.
song,
And I'm
yeah.
was these them
Baby,
same
turn
motherfuckers that was just over here can't even
Yeah.
rip his goddamn tank top off. You know what I'm saying?
He tried and
Hey,
couldn't.
bro, yeah, you fucked up.
little chest.
Yeah,
He
it
just
was
had,
fucked
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was
They're
15,
kids,
16,
yeah, they're kids,
and
yeah.
They're not that much older. I'm 33, so we're
Yeah.
all around the same
Yeah.
age. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying,
They're, I think they were saying that
That's wild.
36, 37 or something like that. So yeah, not too. You're in the same
Nah, but
same range,
that's
but
why his interview was so chill because it's bro.
The Vlad TV, yeah, it was-
Because it's
yeah.
he can do his thing.
Even though I was very distracted by his dangly earring, but
He got the day.
so does my son too. It's a thing. It's a thing. I was at Blue Q 3
this
weeks
song
ago,
pop rock shit,
and there was some
bro.
dudes in there, and I was like, man, did they all go to Hot Topic or Claire's Boutique together today? And then my son posted a picture, and I was like, oh, okay. And then yeah,
So
so.
son does this is just normal.
No, well,
We
my
just
son's
get-
super fashionable,
No, we
super.
get it. Yeah,
but
no, yeah.
I saw that it was okay, I'm not
I
gonna say
only
what I
do it 'cause
thought.
have a
Okay,
beard.
yeah,
I want to shave
I'm gonna
my
keep it-
face so bad, bro. But
look
everybody's
like a
like
baby?
it's winter. Nah, I'm gonna do the Martin Luther King thing. You know what I'm saying? And just have my lip
Okay. I was like, what is that? Is that a? I didn't know if that was a challenge.
No.
I don't know. I was waiting for you to explain. I don't know. No, it's good.
I feel like I look like Martin Luther King with no facial hair. So that's
Hey,
why I said
that's not a
that.
bad thing. It's
Not
not a
at all.
bad
Shout out
thing.
to God.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I want to give everybody a chance to shout out and really quickly give out their, their Instagram handles, their Twitter, whatever, however people can contact you. Of course, I will post it. Oh, I'll wrap it up. I'll wrap it up.
Big wrap.
And I just want to thank. We don't need another one. This episode, I would like to have somebody keep count. When this comes out, and what we did. This might be the record, but it was needed. We got a good group in here, a good amount of heads. So,
for sure.
hey, I like it. I'm definitely gonna. Some water sounds great. But yeah. So I want to thank you guys for coming.
127 hours.
127 hours just kicked in and full.
Everyone has to drink the water bottles.
Nobody gives
Yes.
a fuck about those water bottles that's been sitting there for a month.
Yeah, nah. I wouldn't. Yeah. So yes, thank you guys so much. This has been an awesome episode. The energy in here is just crazy strong. It's the best positive energy. Definitely we'll be having them back on as guests. Anytime you guys want to come on, talk about any new flavors, talk about any new additions, anything like that, you let me know.
Come on with
Let me know.
I'll really let you taste test for
You
real.
let me know. Let's do it. We can have a whole little panel. We can do
telling you,
that.
no, seriously.
So, but go ahead and give your information. How can they,
Big flex.
hook up with
You
you?
can follow me at my name's Chaz. It's not my name is Chaz. It's my name's Chaz. So it's like abbreviated with no apostrophe. So MYNAMESCHAZZ. Or at On Beat Treats. It's one word. Or at Spark On Beat. You can follow all those. I have YouTube. I have music. SoundCloud / my name's Chaz. Apple Music. Spotify. Tidal. Amazon Music and stuff like that. I make fun music, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just stick. I mean, rap is my genre and hip hop is my genre, but I don't just stick to one style. Like I have very, very different types of music. So
I need to
have
hear
fun.
it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Fun. I have fun.
like
I
it.
keep everything on beat.
I love
you know what I'm
everything.
saying?
So
yeah, shout out to everything. You know
yes,
what I'm
that's
saying?
dope.
On beat.
I like
Shout
that.
out
So
to you.
we'll have to have them come back and maybe drop a little something.
Shout out
We'll
to
see.
Monthly. If you feel me,
Yes,
'cause
yes.
Thank you.
Look at that
You know what
segue
I'm saying?
right
Thank
into
you.
monthly.
You can follow us at the Monthleaf Club on Instagram. You can also find us at monthleaf.com. And you should definitely buy a box.
Yes, you
It's a
should.
great holiday gift.
Great holiday
If you
gift.
need
The
some
holidays
drivers,
are
I got some
coming
drivers
up.
for you.
Yeah, exactly.
The hookup's here. Yes, and Mr. Popcorn
yeah.
Celebrity
So,
over here.
Yeah, definitely. You could look me up on IG. I really ain't been doing too much of Facebook or anything else at the moment, but on IG, it's at the spelled regular THE the Popcorn Celebrity. You know what I mean? Like I ain't
THA.
not nothing funny. Just the Popcorn Celebrity. You can type that in. Look me up. If you want to see some dope corn, you can type that in at Cali, spelled regular CALI, dope corn. You just type it in all one word. There ain't nothing special about it until you try it out, and then you'll know what's so special about it. So so man, it's pretty simple.
Change your life. I'm telling you, it's life changing. So, and of course, you know where you can find me at the MariJayne Maven, MariJayne and that's gonna be on Instagram. You also want to follow the podcast, which is Ménage MENAGE with the MariJayne Maven. Yes, I had somebody ask me the other day. He's like, "Ooh, so you talk about sex the whole time?"
I was
like, "That's coming up. That's coming up."
Don't what I mean. If we ever get,
I played off of it. It's a
If
little bit of both.
Ever
It's a
get
little bit of
into,
both.
I could do
if you
poetry
ever
on
wanna
here,
do
too.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Look, it's coming.
Poetry is cool, but
It's
we gotta
coming.
get into like some, not like one-on-one type thing, but I got a whole lot of experience, a whole lot of shit to talk about that comes along with that whole.
That's coming.
I think it came with the
intimacy.
name.
Yes, it's very important. Hey, that's coming. That's all I can
Shout out
say.
to Spiritual
That's coming in
Connection.
2020. So good to know. Good
Shout out
to
to
know.
Spiritual
Sex ed.
Connection.
Yes, yes.
Shout out to Sex
My
and Intimacy.
education.
Shout out
love
to
it.
feelings and nerves.
I can't wait to hear this. How
I
dope this
remember
is gonna sound.
I was having this conversation one time. I was like, so if God came down to you one time and had to take a sense, what sense would you not want? Like, what sense would you want him to take? I said, I'd never give up touch. I'll give up my smell so quick, boy.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
You
a
have
good
to
one.
give up your taste as well.
Hell no.
Yeah, 'cause they're so connected.
No, bro.
What?
It's connected.
Your nose.
What?
Yeah, I always said that.
Yeah.
Your smell and your taste is connected, bro.
Yeah.
You cannot take one without the other.
Yeah.
So it's
Get rid of
really
hearing or
it's
sight.
only really what is it? 5, so it'd be 4.
Yeah.
It'd be,
Yeah.
Because it'd be your hearing.
Yeah.
It'd be
Sight.
Your sight, then
Hear,
your
sight,
Yeah.
Taste.
Touch, yeah.
and then the nose. And
smell,
nose. Yeah.
So why?
Oh, that's
what?
good. Yeah.
What?
Mine.
So now,
Yes.
which one would you do? Can we just answer everybody answer that, please?
I'd say smell. But then
And
touch,
taste.
yeah,
Yeah.
and taste,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess, yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, if it happened right now, like if somebody, superhero came in here and was like, boom, or whatever,
My
whatever.
whole career-
Right now,
nah,
yeah,
my whole career was
because I know how
different,
everything
but-
tastes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
then
you
you
can think about. That's a tough one. That's a good. That's
But you
a
would
good
never
one.
know if you smell bad.
That's true.
That
You
is
could
what
never
I'm
know.
worried about.
Yeah.
You would never know if you
Oh,
smell
and then you might have
Yeah,
friends
I
that smell and
Like,
stuff.
I would almost want to say hearing, but you want to hear the shit. But bro, you gotta taste. I
can
gotta
never
taste
go
my
on my
goddamn food.
Psych.
It's like
Yeah, he's
I'm
just,
like,
yeah.
I'm weird.
That's a good one.
I
So
can see, taste, and touch everything. I'm just going, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby. Like,
I mean,
I
shit,
love
my
that.
Sister, my sister minored in ASL. I'm good. Fuck it. She gonna teach me. Fuck it.
I love that. So, hey, in the comments, you guys answer that. That's a good one. In the comments, hit us up on Instagram. Let us know.
Be licking the ice cream like
I'm so hurt.
talking about that's why he started making brookies and you ain't gonna be able to taste
I
shit.
love it. I love it. Thank you guys
I ain't
so
gonna be able to
much.
Smell if it's burnt.
My cheeks hurt. My stomach hurts. I'm elevated on a different level. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you to my guests.
Hey, once
Much
again,
love, everybody.
Big shout out to Wild
Yes.
Jones, man.
Thank you,
Everybody-
Wild Jones.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, that's the reason why we're here, bro. And I definitely fucking appreciate it for real.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you
Shout out
guys
to
once
everybody in
again.
the
Much
building.
love.
This is a
Yes.
beautiful place.
It is. All
Coming
love.
back. You finna see me a lot.
All right. Cut us off, Steph.
All right, cut it. Cut the shit.
Leave that in there too.
Fuck
That'd be cute.
Fucking hated this. Done. Hey.